There she is. I'm here. Okay. Ooh. Did Discord actually work for a change? Hello! Good evening. Sorry, I was typing. I wasn't paying attention. How are we all? Where's my lists? There's my lists. Okay. I'll get the first card ready. I've tried to utilise a few suggestions from everybody. So hopefully everyone will be happy. Where are we? Starting things off then. So we're going to do 6 free match cards tonight, and then I'm going to bed. So that's the plan. You alright, Tom? I still haven't played the new Stellaris thing yet, Tom. I must admit, I got a bit distracted this weekend with other stuff. Yeah, didn't you? We're back, and we're live. Alright, so just going to set this first card up. We've got a few from a few different people in this one. Well, we haven't got one from 3 different people in this one. Jakob Fatou. It says Dynasty versus Contra. Is that how it works? Yeah, I don't know what's happened to me this. I spent, because I've been off all this week, I've been trying to get stuff finished, and I just haven't finished any of it. I am quite far ahead now than some of my stuff, though, I must admit. Like, my Cyberpunk and that, and my FIFA 21 is just, like, to the max now. What are you looking for, Jay? I might be able to help. I do actually have videos of young players to buy and stuff like that. Kane. The Rock. This is the battle of the shiny domes. Big Van Vader. Vader is on this game, isn't he? Yep, there he is. Apollo Crews. Yeah, I want to get a few things finished off so I can start some new stuff. I want to do RimWorld soon as well. I keep saying that and I still haven't got around to doing it yet. And Cesaro. Here we go. Yeah, let me know what it is you're looking for, Jay, and I can have a look for you. Momentum. So like I said, we're going to have 6 free match cards. The best thing to do is if you guys sort of watch throughout the stream and pick out anyone you believe should be the person to get an opportunity at Jeff Cobb for the SWE YouTube Championship. Of course, Ronda Rousey for the Women's Championship. Or the 2-man power trip for the Tag Team Championships, let me know. Yeah, if it's yeah, I bet there is a bit of a learning curve, but hopefully there's going to be a little bit more easy in the future as well. What team are you, Jay? What sort of centre back are you looking for? Are you in the Premiership or League 2 or? Yeah, he is a bit better. Yeah, this one is the Battle of the Balds that Mohammed has put together. We've got Bald Kane, Bald Rock, Bald Vader, Bald Apollo Crews, Bald Sullivan, and Bald Cesaro. We could do that, Alec, but we do have 3 chambers tonight, so as always, 3 chambers. They're really handy, the chambers, for getting a lot of ranking points dotted around. So we've got a lot of chambers going on. We're in Saskatoon, Canada. That's not a real place, surely. That can't be a real place. Suppose we could do a Fatal 4 with all the winners of the chambers, I suppose. So starting things off then, we have got Mr. Randy Orton, who currently sits on -3 in the rankings. And we've got Nate Danger, who currently sits on -4 in the rankings. Hey mate, PJ Toby's in as well. You right, Mega? League 1, Brad. Well, PJ Toby be your man, to be honest. Are you in the first season, Jay, or are you a season ahead or so? Are you just in the first year? PJ Toby the best man to point you in the right direction. Right, so hopefully this will be a bit of a jobber match. That's what we're looking for. How you been, PJ? I haven't spoken to you in about a week or so, have I? I've been off all week, just vegetating. Yeah, Sturgew's very good. So good potential. He's pretty solid. Is he the one with the is he the one who's got the leadership trait as well, so he can be your captain? Is that the one I'm thinking of? The Battle of the Canadians. The Battle of the Samoans. The Battle of the Tattoo. The Balds. The Anoa'i family. The Attitude Legend. Yeah, he gets around the Rock, doesn't he? He's never really done that massively well, though, to be honest. Starting in League 2, now in League 1. So this is your second season, then. So Sturgew's a good option, as long as he hasn't already moved somewhere, I suppose. If he's already moved somewhere, he might not be available anymore. I'll be honest, mate, if you really want an overpowered squad, just use a Youth Academy. That's what I'd do. The FIFA Career Mode Youth Academy is broken. Hence why I'm like 7 years in the future with my Harrogate team and every single player in my first 11's over 90 rated. And I haven't spent a single penny on players. Yeah, so I'd throw all your money at some good youth scouts, to be honest. But yeah, if Sturgew's available, he's a solid player. Randy with a draped DDT, vintage Randy Orton. Yeah, I'm a big believer in the Youth Academy on that game. It's like, well, that's what I've got with my Harrogate Career Mode. My entire team is through the Youth Academy. I think I brought 1 or 2 players, I think, based on when the game tells me I have to. Five-star arcade. Oh, there we go. Randy gets the win. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. I was thinking of putting, Randy in a tag team. Not Randy, sorry. I could put an RVD in some sort of high tag team of RVD and Matt Riddle and Matt Sydal maybe, and all the other wrestlers that are always high. Sabu, he was always quite high, wasn't he? Me and PJ Toby saw Sabu. I remember that day. That was hilarious. That was when Sabu just walked into the middle of the arena next to the ring with a joint hanging out of his mouth because it was the wrong door. I think I've got 7 seasons uploaded, but I've recorded 8 seasons, so I'm a full season ahead on that this week. So I've done pretty well with that one. But yeah, like I say, I mean, with that, I mean, my defence, I haven't got the best left back, so I've got a right back who's 90 rated, and I've got 3 centre backs who are 93, 92, and 92. But one of them can play left back anyway. Snoop Dogg, yeah, that's a good shout, mate. Yeah. So yeah, I'm quite far into that now. The plan of that, I said in the very first episode, was to win the Champions League. I think we're on to episode 97, I think that's been uploaded. But I think I've got 117 already recorded, I think. I'm well ahead on that at the moment. 115. Because that's something I wanted to try and finish this week. I wanted to get that done so I could start something different recording-wise. But yeah, I didn't manage to win the Champions League. So the 420 club, yeah. I could basically just have everybody who was at that bloody stupid Jake Paul fight last week. Seems to be how it works. Is Fatu gonna... I thought he was gonna squash him there for a second. He looked like he was going straight in for a finisher. So we did sit up and watch the UFC last night in Discord. That was brutal. The first ever UFC match I watched was that stupid... one that lasted 17 seconds where the guy come forward and kicked the other guy in the leg and his leg just folded around him. That was disgusting. Yeah, SWE is really good, Jay. Yeah, SWE is really good. He's been knocking around for a while, he has. Big Samoan drop by Jacob Fatu. So this is Dynasty versus Contra, isn't it? Am I right on that one? I'm trying to get into MLW at the moment, I must admit, but I keep watching 1 or 2 episodes and I sort of get a bit distracted by other stuff, so I'm hoping to try and get more into it. I might start just having it on the background at work and just work for every single episode. But I watched the most recent one. Pinned now by Alexander Hammerstone. Oh, I don't know what, it's not the most recent one. I watched the Alexander Hammerstone versus Mil Muertes match. I think that was last week. I think I'm one behind. Yeah, he is really good, Jay. I think me and PJ Tobe have been buying him since he was like 17, 18, I think, from Benfica and that. He was amazing. Well, luckily, Alec, we didn't really invest that much into it. I managed to liberate it and then I just put it in the voice chat in Discord. But it was, I mean, I think only one match went to the second round that I saw on the main card. There wasn't a really good fight or anything like that. It was all... The majority were all finished in the first couple of minutes. And the main event, it was all finished because that guy got a bit too cocky and instead of protecting himself, got a bit messed up and ended up getting a punch in the face for his troubles. It was decent. The only problem was I didn't think it was going to be on and finish as late as it did. It didn't start till 3 AM here in the UK, and then it was it finished just before 6. It was daylight when I went to bed, basically. It was completely broad daylight. The cats had just woken up and come downstairs, and I was just going upstairs to bed. They were not impressed. I had to give them breakfast before I went to sleep. Pretty good match here between these two. A takedown by Hammerstone. We'll have to do some sort of MLW show at some point. Of course, the most famous MLW show on the channel was the Battle Riot, where Jeff Cobb went the whole way, number 1 to number 30 in the Rumble. Yeah, that's why I was looking at it, Jay, because I noticed they've they've sort of taken that in, haven't they? Now they've just called it Azteca Underground. They've got now, and Azteca Underground at the moment, I believe, is it's Mil Muertes and La Parca and La Parca's two sons, La Parca Jr. and El Hijo de La Parca. But apparently it's currently being managed by Serena de la Renta still. But apparently it's owned by someone called El Jefe. I'm pretty sure El Jefe was the name they used for Dario Cueto, wasn't it? So it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Yeah, I never really have, Alec, either. I've been trying to, because they're all on YouTube for free. So I've been trying to get into it, because they're on YouTube for free. I might as well. It's a weekly episode. I mean, it's just free wrestling at the end of the day to keep you occupied, isn't it? So I thought it'd be worth it. But yeah, if you're interested, mate, they're all on their YouTube channel, and all the pay-per-views as well. They've got some pretty good. The Battle Riots are pretty good, and the War Games and that. So it's an interesting one. I think Hammerstone has got Fatu here by the looks of it. And again, Fatu kicking out. Contra's a weird stable. I was putting this together on the rankings screen the other day. And Contra's just, it doesn't, I mean, it probably would make sense if I watched it. But it just seems a little bit weird for me. When you look at the people that are in there. Calvin Tankman. I looked for what's his name? What's the huge guy called, Jay? The big guy. Barrington Hughes. I looked for him. I couldn't find him. Good evening, PS2 Sports Gaming. Yeah, I think we'll probably do something like that. Yeah. Maybe do an MLW special battle right and try and use a more MLW-based roster or people that have been in MLW before. I mean, because the early days of MLW, I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me right, we had CM Punk was in early MLW, I believe, and Raven. That was a big feud early on. Are you the United States? Are you PS2? Yeah, I'm UK. I think a lot of people in the chat are United States anyway. I must admit, I just say good evening all the time anyway. Cobb is God. Cobb can't be far away from an actual championship match at the SWE title now, to be honest. He is very high in the rankings. Where is he? Cobb is in 6th position on 9 points. So he's only 3 points away from second and 4 points away from the champion at the top. I was thinking as well, when we do actually get around to doing the G1 Climax and stuff like that, instead of picking who we want to be in it, I feel like the best bet would be just to pick the people at the top of the rankings. I think that would make more sense, wouldn't it, really? But it might make it a bit more interesting. I was thinking of adding Jacob Fatu as the muscle. There we go, Hammerstone with a victory. I was thinking of adding Jacob Fatu as the muscle into Roman Reigns and the Usos stable. And I'm thinking of adding Apollo Crews into the Nation of Domination with the original ones. Alexander Hammerstone really impressed me here. I've not really seen a huge amount of him, to be honest, in the past, but he's done a good job here tonight. And that's a huge victory for him over the MLW Mega Champion. It's not Mega Champion, is it? Whatever champion it is. We've got Impact on with tonight as well. Impact pay-per-view tonight, isn't it? The one that's the most obvious Impact pay-per-view main event in history. Where Kenny Omega's going to beat Rich Swann and become a triple world champion. That's a cool idea, Alec. Yeah. No, we'll definitely do that as well. But I think I might hold off until we do until we get some more champions crowned. Although we do have quite a lot of champions anyway, to be honest. I haven't seen him wrestle yet, Jay, to be honest. I haven't seen him wrestle. I've not watched an episode of MLW yet when he's been on. I've seen like little cutscenes of him and stuff like that, but I've not seen him wrestle yet. So I'm working from the very beginning forward. So I've got about 100 and some episodes to catch up on first. So I'm sure we'll he looks like a pretty big brutish powerhouse, doesn't he? This is the Battle of the Balds, by the way. So, for anyone new out there, so we do have a ranking system in place for our Universe mode. There's a link in the description down below. Every match you win, you get a +1. Every match you lose, you get -1. In these sort of elimination-style matches, you get +1 for every elimination. And you get +1 for winning it as well. So this match, there's a potential 6 points up for grabs. And, of course, the 5 losers will all lose a point as well. Mohammed's in just in time for his Battle of the Balds. Unless he's just been one of those lurkers hiding around the background, no one noticing. Interesting one, this one. I mean, there's a few interesting ones as well. I've got another chamber set up for the second show, which is one that that Lucha came up with, which is the Battle of the Released from last week, which is an interesting one. Samoa Joe, Bo Dallas, Kalisto, Wesley Blake, Tucker, and Mojo Rawley. So starting things off with Apollo and Cesaro. This is the Battle of the Balds Electric Boogaloo. Battle of the Balds 2 Electric Boogaloo. I missed out the 2, didn't I? Lars Sullivan. Lars got released as well, hasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Lars has got as well, yeah. Yeah, Jay, that's what I was looking. I was looking on paper at Contra, and it doesn't make sense to me on paper. It looks like a real mixed match of people, but I'm sure once I actually see it in action, I'm sure it'll make more sense. That's why I'm sort of a bit confused with it at the moment. And who's Dynasty now? Is Dynasty just is it just Richard Holiday and Alexander Hammerstone now? Because it was MJF as well, wasn't it? Obviously he's moved on now. As we wait the entrant of number 4 into this match. Tis gonna be The Rock. Good old Rocky. Big German suplex there by Apollo Crews on Cesaro. I was looking for him actually the other day, Jay, I must admit. I was looking for him on... because I was watching MLW, and while I was watching it, I was just writing notes and putting a lot of the people on our ranking system, just so I've got their names for the future. And I was trying to find cores at the same time. There was quite a few that I couldn't find MLW-wise. I think he was one of them. But I'm putting them on there anyway, because the more names we get on there, the more in-depth it'll be, and I can use that in the future as well. When we do eventually get to move on to 2K22, we can continue using the same spreadsheet, really, can't we? Maybe just have a separate number. We'll have a 2K19 ranking, a 2K22 ranking, and an overall ranking. Apollo Crews sending Lars Sullivan. It looks like Kane's got the lucky number 6 spot in this match. It's just Hammerstone and Holiday. Oh, Holiday's okay. Well, that's interesting. We can use them as a tag team, I suppose, still. I'm going to be doing a new show next week. You know, I've been squeezing these extra little shows in the middle. So I've been doing Ratings War, just a little bit better than Dark. That's not all just jobbing matches, so they're a bit more interesting to watch. But on Thursday, I'm going to do one called Fresh Meat, where I'm going to debut a chunk of people. So it'll be the first time we'll see quite a few new people in the Universe mode. As Cesaro hits a neutralizer on Lars Sullivan. Finally, the referee manages to get round, and Cesaro gets the first point. That's good, because I think Cesaro is pretty low down, actually. So Cesaro does need that. Kane comes in now. I thought this Kane was on the game, but he's not. I had to download him. I thought he was already in the game. There's some we haven't used yet, which I was pretty surprised that no one's requested, is the stable, is it Legendes de Fantasma, whatever it is, the NXT stable. I'm surprised no one's requested them yet, to be honest, but I've added them onto the ranking system, and they'll probably debut as part of that Fresh Meat show, because they're quite interesting names, aren't they? So Cesaro's already on +1, so Cesaro, I'm pretty sure, was pretty low down in the ranking, so this is a big point for him. Cesaro. Well, he's had a little bit of a boost, but he's up onto -2 at the moment. Well, -1 with this pinfall. If he gets another 1 or 2 pins, Cesaro could completely lift his way out of the old dodgy system. I got a big plan for Cesaro as well in the future anyway. I feel like I've got a plan for Cesaro. Vader now taking up Apollo into the big suplex. I love the idea, Alec, but I think we might struggle, to be honest. Unless your guys' memories are great, I think we might struggle to remember who's done what and that sort of stuff, to be honest. But I do like the idea. I really like that idea. Is DJZ in it? I did not know that, Jay, to be honest. I did not know that DJZ was one of those guys. Oh, God, that's hilarious. I didn't realise that. I'm not sure. Is that Raul Mendoza, isn't it? I don't know who it is, but I've heard the name. Rock gets another point. That's 2 points for him. Cesaro's eliminated. Apollo Crews is eliminated. And we're down to the 3 bigger names now. I did not realise that was DJZ. Well, that's someone new we haven't had yet. No, I don't think that never happened, Mohammed, to be honest. That was all just a figment of your mind. That was an April Fool's. That was an April Fool's joke, that was. That's fine. We got good old Bret Hart sorting him out anyway, didn't he? Bret the Hitman sorted him out. Can't remember what I can say. What's been uploaded so far? Oh, St. George's Day, isn't it? Who was your least favourite champion so far? Was it Joe the King Lawler or was it Tito Santana? Tito Santana. Big sidewalk slam there by Kane. And Rock trying to steal another point here. Rock's doing incredibly well, actually. He's getting himself a lot of ranking points at the moment. He's got +2 in this match so far. Cesaro sits at 0 because he's been eliminated but did get an elimination as well. The big red machine Kane just chokeslams Vader. Tito Santana. And no, Vader survives. Rock now drops a knee. I can't believe it was yeah. What's Humberto Carrillo up to these days? He had a little bit of a run on the main roster and then disappeared, didn't he, really? Or is he still up there now? It's the same with a few of them, wasn't it? It was Humberto Carrillo, there was Austin Theory, seems to have disappeared. If Austin Theory's down with Gargano now, isn't he, I believe? I'll have to use that stable at some point as well, maybe. Wow, Kane just launching the Rock across the ring, then dropping Vader in a DDT. Whacking Wild is DJ. Oh, God. Humberto, is he still on the main roster? Is he just doing a heel? That's interesting. I don't think he's debuted for us yet either, to be honest. That Vader wants the elimination. He wants the point. I never really saw Humberto as a heel, to me. I didn't really have that much. He never really had that much about him, in my opinion, to make him a good heel. But I haven't seen him in so long. He could be doing pretty well at the job, I suppose, by now. It's DDT by the Rock on Kane, but Vader catches him. He's going to look for a Vader bomb. There it is, the big power bomb. Oh, that's pretty cool. I still can't. Can someone just double check me, because I'm pretty sure this is true, but it still stuns me every time I think about it. The Sanada that's in New Japan was the Sanada that was the NXT champion in not a lot. I'm starting again. The Sonata in New Japan was the same Sonata that was the X Division champion in Impact, isn't it? That is the same person, because it just still completely blows my mind it was the same person. Should have Luke Gallows Imposter Kane as a jobber. I bet there's a call for it. I bet there'd be Imposter Kane, Imposter Diesel and all sorts, wouldn't there? Can't believe we still haven't had any more eliminations since the last one, to be honest. These three have been kicking the crap out of each other. I can't get over it. I mean, it's two. They just look so different. The Sonata that won the X Division Championship and the Sonata in New Japan, it just stuns me. It's the same person. The imposters, yeah. That's a cool idea. I like that. That's it. Fake Kane, fake Taker, fake Diesel. Could have Hunico as Sin Cara. Although Hunico is Sin Cara now, isn't he? Running Bulldog there by The Rock. And Vader dropping Rock gut first. Oh, Imposter Razor, yeah. Shaver Shimon. These three guys do not want to get eliminated. They all want the points, don't they? I don't know if we've seen much of Vader so far, have we? I think he might have been part of Legends Never Die, but... Rock with a pin now on Vader after the big boot by Kane. Trying to steal an extra point. Rock has already got +2 from this match. He's getting himself up these rankings, is Rock. He's going to be finding himself into a championship match in no time at this rate. Of course, part of the nation as well. Part of the nation of domination. Big headbutt by Vader on The Rock. So I just had to yawn again there for a second. I'm knackered, I tell you. Oh. It would have been so bad, but because I've been off all week and tomorrow's my first day back at work, I tried to get up early this morning just to make sure I could sleep well tonight. So I'm absolutely knackered. Pin. Ah, still not elimination. That could work pretty well, Jay, yeah. What? Where are you? There you are. What dinner? Yeah, your food bowl was full a minute ago. Okay, I'll do it in a minute. Have we got a bug here? Seem to, but Vader's going to sort it out for us. Nice one, Vader. Now Kane's going to go for the same thing, is he? I don't know. I'm not sure if that worked out well for Kane or not. I'm not sure if that worked out well for Kane or not, to be honest. Give me a minute to finish this match and I'll come and feed you, yeah? Okay, yeah. She said that's okay. She's not happy about it, but it's okay. Vader now rolling Kane over, and he goes for a deadlift. It's a wheelbarrow facebuster. I thought we agreed you'd wait till after this match. Now, look, it won't take a minute. They're all knackered now. Look, they've all been beaten up loads. They'll be like a minute. Give me 2 minutes. I know that's 1 minute later than I originally said, but... Rock with a rock bottom. That's got to be a third elimination for The Rock, surely now. Oh, don't come and stand on the keyboard and confuse things. It is. The Rock gets his third elimination. Rock is looking good here, you know. I mean, he was already pretty high up, wasn't he? Let's have a quick look. So The Rock is already on +4, so he's on +7 now. From this result now. If he gets the win, he's going to move up to +9. So at the moment, he's moved from 28th to joint 7th. If he finishes this off and wins it, then he's going to end up on joint 6th with Jeff Cobb. Big choke slam, but if Kane gets the win... I mean, I don't know at the moment, Jay, to be honest. It's mad. Today I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos going up today, and I've got the stream. Tomorrow it's 5 videos. Tuesday 6 videos. Wednesday 5 videos. Thursday 6 videos. Friday 5 videos. And The Rock does get the win. Bloody hell. I don't know yet, to be honest, Alec. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not going to coincide with anything else. Let me just double check. So this is 80, which means 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So I'm already booked up until 94. So maybe we'll do something special. Maybe that can be one of our Shabby Manias. Yeah, maybe we could make that as one of our Shabby Manias, maybe. Shabby Mania 1. Then every time we hit an extra 100, we'll do another Shabby Mania. Shabby Mania 1, Shabby Mania 2. But The Rock here has just got himself from 28th. A super long live stream. We could do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? It does work out. That's the problem. It does work out. It does work out that we could do a the 100th day. You know. I just need to double check with what we're doing this way around. Then 13th, 15th, and 16th. Okay, it could be tricky, but I'm sure we can figure it out. Anyway, let's move on to the next show then. So it's going to work out the same weekend as my next FM Invitational, which means I'm going to be streaming quite a bit on Saturday and Sunday anyway. But maybe we can figure it out somewhere. Right, so next show. Right, so we have got... I don't know if Lucha's turned up yet, has he? He said it was going to be 10-15 minutes, but that's fine. Well, I've got these in an order anyway, and so I'll do them in the order. Kurt Angel. I mean, it depends how you look at it, because we potentially are over 100 already. I haven't classed any of the Dusty Classics as a number. They're just a little sideshow at the moment. 24-hour live show, oh my god. I don't think you guys could handle me for 24 hours, to be honest. I don't think I can handle me for 24 hours, to be honest. Potentially. So I've got... Yeah, so we've got the NWO shows this week. Then we're going to have the Dusty Classic pay-per-views, which is going to be crowning the first tag team champions. Then at the middle of next week... Is it next week? Yeah. It's Cinco de Mayo, I believe. For those of you who are American, you might be able to confirm that. Cinco de Mayo. Well, not necessarily American. It's a Mexican thing, isn't it, really? But we've got that. So I'm going to do basically... It's going to be a good chance for me to bring in some dark luchas and that sort of stuff. So Mil Muertes and people like that will get a lot of action those few days. So I'm trying to do stuff and read at the same time, and I'm struggling here, to be honest. Mickey James, Mickey James, Mickey James, Mickey James, Mickey James, Tito Santana. Wow, that's a hell of a name you've got there, Mr. Zach Walker, one and only the chosen one. Your name's so long it takes up a whole line of chat by itself. Yeah, I'm not proud of this, right? But I have been off for a week now, obviously, like I keep saying. So I've been off work for 9 days. Yeah, 9 days. And I have got through about 90 bottles of Budweiser in 9 days. Actually, isn't that bad when you... It's only 10 bottles a day when you think about it. It's not that bad, actually. It's not terrible. Okay. Yeah, Jay, that's what I'm thinking for Cinco de Mayo. That's what I'm thinking is, yeah, like a Lucha Underground, loosely Lucha Underground themed, for that week. That's 5 days worth of shows I'm gonna do that for. So that should be pretty fun. What are we doing? This is the release chamber. Samoa Joe. Big Bo Dallas. Callisto. Wesley Blake. Tucky. I feel bad for Tucky, you know. And Mojo Jojo. Boom, there we go. It's not possible, Jay. I mean... Yeah, I've tried in the past. It was something I tried to do straight away. I tried to make it like that, but you can't make a Rumble. The only way you can do a Rumble is with pinfall or submission. The only way it could possibly be done, I don't know if someone can confirm this or not, but could it be done on Fire Pro? Or is that still, can you make a Fire Pro Rumble style match where you can make like a massive elimination gauntlet match or something, can't you, in Fire Pro? So we could do something in Fire Pro to do an Aztec Warfare sort of thing. What am I doing? That's it now, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So starting things off with a jobbing match, then we've got the 4 women who were released this week and the 6 men who were released this week in eliminations. Right. While that's loading up, I'm just going to feed the cat. Come on, cat. Do you want some duck? Duck in gravy? Yeah? Yeah. You want duck and gravy, don't you? Look at you running away across them. There we go. We are back. It's decent size, Alec. Nothing. It's not the most popular sport in the UK is football, or soccer, if you will. Then probably rugby as well after that. Cricket's maybe third or fourth biggest in the country. It's got its audience. It's a very niche set of people. Very boring people, to be honest. I believe it's more popular in places like India and Pakistan. It's huge over there. And Australia as well. And Bangladesh is obviously they've got a pretty good cricket team. UK, it's not that big. Yeah, it's probably like the third biggest sport after... I don't think anyone ever pays any attention unless it's the Ashes. So essentially, like I said, I don't think anyone ever pays attention unless it's the World Cup. It's people don't ever seem to watch the big one, don't they, really? I think that's about right. I never really watch it. I've been to it once. It is... I mean, it's a good laugh when you go to it, because it's literally just... you just go there and get drunk and sit in the sun all day. It's really good fun, actually, but... And apparently there's some cricket playing somewhere, but I didn't notice any of it. Yo, Lone Tiger Gaming. Go on, Avalon, tap out, my friend. Go on. Be a good lad, Avalon, tap out, please. There we go. Right, Kurt Angel with a win. So Kurtenstein is going to get himself an extra ranking points. I'm not updating the rankings as I go along at this point, because I start confusing myself, so I'm going to do them all at the end. But that's going to put Kurt Angle from -2 up to -3 up to -2. Oh, I did see that the other day on Twitter, Jay. Yeah, I saw that advertised that you can do the a 30-man rumble of all the people that are no longer with them. I mean, if you think about it, though, it's 3 years, isn't it, I suppose? I was saying this to my dad earlier, when you think about it, because 2K20 was unusable, there was no 2K21, so by the time 2K22 comes around, we would have been on this game for 3 years. 3 freaking years. Right then, so next up is our 4 women who got released. And I think this is definitely a debut for Chelsea Green, I believe. What we do, Lone, is we have a part on our Discord where you can suggest the matches for next week. So all of this week's matches are already in place. But if you want to suggest, you can join our Discord in the chat down below. Not in the chat, sorry. In the description down below is a link to join the Discord. And there's a tab in there to make all your suggestions for next week's Cyber Sunday. Yeah, unfortunately we've already got all these matches sorted out already. Just so I can get it all prepared before the stream so we don't spend ages downloading everything. That's the only reason why. Big uppercut there. So we've got Chelsea Green inside the ring with Peyton Royce, Billy Kay and Mickey James on the outside. I forgot her name there for a second. Oh god, I'm absolutely shattered here. Bloody UFC, I tell you. So we got this one, then we got the battle of the 6 men that were eliminated in a... It's pretty close, man. It's either cricket or rugby. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. They're probably quite similar. Is it the biggest sport in your neck of the woods, Mohammed? Yeah, it's either that or rugby for us. Possibly, it's probably more like, to be honest, it might be more a bit like soccer in the US. Maybe it's got like its own sort of it's got its own like wedge of hardcore fans, but it's not very well. Apart from that, it's not very. Yeah, not a lot of other people watch it, if that makes sense. I think it's just because it's really slow. Thing is like cricket is just not a very yeah, it's not a very quick and interesting thing to watch. It can take days and days and days in some cases. I think that's why they brought in the 2020 to try and make it a bit more short-winded. I'm going to be honest, Jay. I've got no idea who KazXL is. Let me have a look. KazXL. Oh, Big Cass. Okay. Really? Okay. I mean, I haven't seen him in a while. I mean, I'd let him see how he gets on, to be honest. I'd be surprised if they take him and don't take Enzo as well, to be honest. I think it's the same thing here, Alec, to be honest. It's I think cricket's a bit more of an older generation sport, I think. There's a lot of the older people watch it. It's not very common amongst the younger people, I don't think, in this country. In this country, football or soccer's the main one by far. But I think it's the same. I think with I think the thing with cricket is that I don't think anybody really watches the local like club cricket or county cricket. People only ever watch when it comes to big international matches. I think it's the same with the rugby, to be honest. I've never watched a rugby match that wasn't an England rugby match, if that makes sense. Or a match that affected England rugby in some way. Yeah, you imagine like a sport that takes imagine a sport that can take like 5 to 7 days. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I only really watch that sort of stuff. I never really watch anything else. There's the first elimination. There's that Billy Kay on Chelsea Green. Okay. Wasn't expecting that one. Billy Kay getting the first elimination on Chelsea Green. I thought there was going to be, ooh, Mickey James with a Mick kick on Peyton as well. Or on Billy, sorry. There's a pin on Billy, but Peyton saved her. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to get better, Alec. I've seen, the problem is that as soon as you get one or two good players, or young players, they get drafted over to Europe straight away. Because I saw something on Twitter about a month or two back, and it showed the under 21s American team, or the US team, and on paper their under 21s were absolutely incredible. But the problem is that I think all of them have already moved away from America into European football. As Peyton eliminates Billy. Yeah. And it's the same with Canada as well, because obviously they had that Alphonso Davies, and he went to Bayern Munich straight away. And that could be it. It's going to be a mixed match, this one, to be honest. Peyton with a point, Billy with a point. I was about to say Mickey was going to get a point, but it's definitely getting better on your way, I think, Alec, though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you give it sort of 10 years and your international team is going to be much, much better. Much, much better. As Mickey does get the win and the point. Okay. So a very even spread there, really. So Mickey got 2 points. Peyton got 0 for +1 and -1. +1 for the elimination of Billy and -1 for being eliminated. Billy got +1 and -1, so 0 again. And Chelsea Green just gets 0. Just gets -1, sorry. Yeah, the future is really good for, I think, for America, to be honest. Got some really good players. Who they got? Obviously, you've got Christian Pulisic. You've got Weston McKennie and Giovanni Reina, I think, are in there as well. Oh, I know there's a lot more. I can't remember who they are now, though. I mean, even Canada's got a couple as well. They've got Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David are both Canadian, as far as I'm aware. There might be more, actually, as well. Oh, Willie Mack's a good shout, Omega. I didn't think of that one, yeah. Tyler Adams, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do with Titus and Darren. I was considering having Titus and Darren Young with JBL if you said they're all about the money. Because that's what they were. They're the primetime players all about making the money. Oh, Zach Steffen, yeah, he's the He's the goalkeeper from Man City, isn't he, I believe? Is that right? Let me have a look. USA under 21 soccer team. You don't got under 21, you've got under 23s at the moment. Okay. I don't really recognise any of those names. Oh, you got Jonathan Klinsmann as well, haven't you? Who's Jurgen Klinsmann's son, isn't he? Oh yeah, Dest. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Dest is a right back from Barcelona. So give him a few years, man. I think the American national side could be very, very good. Are they in the national side now? Then are they by any chance? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Zach Steffen from Manchester City. Dest. Tim Ream is still going. Chris Richards, Eric Palmer-Brown, Giovanni Reina, Josh Sargent as well. Yeah, there's some really good young players there, to be honest. Weston McKennie, yeah. I believe Weston McKennie couldn't get called up this time, the last time round, because I think Juventus had an issue with COVID, I think, so he wasn't able to get called up. Jose Altidore, I forgot about him. He was amazing. Yeah, Dest looks really good. Right, so these are the 6 men that were eliminated, or not eliminated, released from the WWE. They weren't eliminated, that'd be brutal. They were released from the WWE recently. So in the ring, of course, we've got Tucker, we've got Kalisto, we've got Wesley Blake. Who is the manager there? It's not Jurgen Klinsmann anymore, is it? He was the manager there for a while. I don't think he's the manager there anymore, is he? So this is an interesting one, because this should be a fantastic opportunity for Samoa Joe to rack up a ton of points. I mean, he's the strongest in this match by quite some distance. That's quite clever, that Kazakh cell, isn't it? Kazakh cell instead of Big Cass. That's quite clever, I like that. We haven't seen Big Cass yet in our universe mode. I did have him down for the Dusty Classic at one point and replaced him with No Limit. That was a bit stupid considering I put No Limit is the wrong bloody team anyway. So we've got Joe and Wesley Blake inside the ring, Tucker and Kalisto outside the ring, and Bo Dallas and Mojo yet to enter. I'm not going to lie, I've never heard of that person before. Greg Berhalter. I'd be interested. We've got the World Cup. Is it next year, the World Cup? So the Euros are this summer. Then we've got the World Cup is next winter. So it's about 18 months after. So yeah, about 18, 20 months away from the World Cup. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, the big issue you got with the MLS at the moment is that you've either got not washed up players, you've got players past their best that are being paid an absolute ton of money, or you've got the players that are not quite as good. I mean, the Inter Miami team with Matuidi and Higuain is amazing. I couldn't believe they pulled that one out the bag. And he's all about getting Ronaldo and Messi. That's Beckham's plan. His future plan is he wants Ronaldo and Messi in that Inter Miami team as well. Oh, a big German suplex there by Wesley Blake. Kalisto rolling Blake through. And in comes the final member of the match is Bo Dallas. I'm not sure whether Bo should get a bit of a push, you know. In Galaxy, yeah, they have been a bit, haven't they? Apart from Ibra was at Galaxy, wasn't he? And he ended up coming back to Europe, and he's been playing for another 3 or 4 years since then. Joe with a big powerbomb on Mojo Rawley on the outside. Yeah, this is Joe's. This is a gibby to Joe to get himself a lot of points here. Big clothesline. Tucker now with a pin on Bo Dallas, only a 1 count. Got to have 6-man tag of these back next year as well, you know. 6-man tag elimination chambers. We've got to have them back next year. As well as War Games. Need a bit of War Games. Joe now with the pin on Mojo on the outside after the big slam. And Joe gets his first elimination of the match. Mojo Rawley's gone. Oh yeah, Moose and Lashley. I forgot about that. We could redo that at some point, yeah. Beatdown, yeah. Moose and Lashley. Oh, okay. Forgive me, I didn't see who eliminated Wesley Blake if somebody saw it, or if someone can whiz back in the old... I've got a feeling it was Kalisto. But I just want to double check it was. That's not a bad shout actually, Jay. Yeah, that's a decent... Well, maybe we can keep the Hurt Business going and have Moose part of the Hurt Business. It was Kalisto. Okay, cheers. I shall give Kalisto the points. Kalisto now with a pin on Bo Dallas. Kalisto got him. Kalisto got him. And there's a Salido Sol on the outside by Kalisto on Bo Dallas for the 1, 2, and the 3 counts. So that is another elimination for Kalisto. Bo Dallas is gone now. Well, Kalisto's taking his luck here tonight, isn't he? Trying to build that momentum up ready for the Cruiserweight Classic. Which is going to be stupidly long as well, I should imagine. Joe drops Tucker knees first. That's brutal. Again, brings him back up. And Joe now locking in the Kikina clutch on Tucky. Tucky, tap, tap. Tucky, tap, tap. Samoa Joe and Kalisto both with 2 eliminations each. And we're down now. So one of these guys is going to leave this match with... one of these guys will leave this match with +4, and one will leave it on +1. Yeah, I don't remember that, Jay. I vaguely, because we only did it for like a couple of shows, didn't we, that one? It was there with Joe as well, actually. Yeah, maybe there's some opportunities for Joe to do something cool as well. I've got an idea in my mind of what to do with Joe. What should we do with a Samoa Joe? What should we do with a Samoa Joe? What should we do with a Samoa Joe? Poor old Joe. He got absolutely drenched in a thunderstorm and then got released a week later. I mean, how rough can you have it? The man stood out in a thunderstorm next to a pirate ship in a poncho on live TV for Vince, and he still sacked him. Kalisto dominated here, you know. I wasn't expecting this. I thought Joe would have this match and possibly get the majority of the eliminations and come out of this looking pretty good. So we got on our next card. Then we've got... Okay, some more interesting ones on the next card. Kalisto dumping Joe to the outside. Can't believe Kalisto's doing so well, to be honest. Kalisto now. Trying to grab the legs, kicked away. Yeah, I would say so, Omega. Yeah, this is the 2 that I would say that I'd be happiest getting the points. I'd be even happy with Joe getting more. And Joe locks in the Coquina clutch. And there's the pin. Joe gets 3 elimination points and the point for win. Samoa Joe gets +4 out of this. That's really good. I mean, yeah, that was perfect for me, really. That's exactly what I would have wanted to happen. I mean, going just solely off of me wanting the things to look good. So this will put Samoa Joe up to +5 in the rankings. So he's going to go from 135th up to joint 20... No, 135th to joint 15th in one match. It's a hell of a jump there by Joe. And that is card 1 and card 2 down. We've got 4 more cards left. Remember to keep an eye out for who you want to face off against: Jeff Cobb, Ronda Rousey, and the 2-man power trip for the YouTube Championships in our final show. And let's move on. That's what I think of you. Joe. Right, so calendar, skip to that one. Alright, so in this one we're starting things off with another jobbing match, just to help some peeps out. So Mr. Adam Cole will be facing off against Mr. Al Snow. Has that worked? Yeah, okay. Then we've got a prelude to the eventual tag team tournament we're going to do. The father and son tag team tournament. We've got a little prelude, match that Carpet suggested. Or Lucha. Or Dark Lucha. He's gone through many stages in life. So we're going to have Ray-Band Mysterio. So I've got the controller with a sticky R2 button. It keeps flying past what I want to do. There we go. Versus Dominic. And then we're going to have against them Mr. Perfect, and Curtis Axel's going to get even more time on the screen. There we go. What do you want now? You've had food, the door's open, you've got water. What do you want? You want fuss, okay. Right, and then in a final match of the night, we have got a fatal 5-way elimination. I believe was this Alec? Was this yours? John Cena. Cesaro. Elias making his debut. Is it? I think it must be his debut. Yeah, Elias. John Boy Gargano. And Roman. Who's this idea then? Oh, there we are. Oh, Travis. Sorry, it's one of Travis's ideas. Roman Reigns. Romain Reigns. There you go, okay. There we go, so fast off. Fast off. Fast off. Fast off, there we go. Yeah, Anarchy, yeah, Lashley and, yep. It was a mixture of like ECW, CZW and Lucha Underground altogether. I seem to remember the roster was incredibly big though. I think that's why we had to stop doing that, because we had like 4 shows on the go and each one had a roster of like over 100 at one point. Right, card 3 of Cyber Sunday is upon us. Do I have any drink left? Oh, I don't have nothing. I'm going to grab a drink in a second because my throat's a bit rough. Done so much recording this weekend. My throat, this actual week, my throat's got a bit rough now. Right. There we go. Right, I'm just going to grab a drink while this is loading. I'll be back in a second. Let's wet the whistle a bit. Ugh. It has wet the whistle a bit indeed. Here we go. This should hopefully be another very simple match. Adam Cole should get the victory. Yeah, that's where I'd expect him to end up, Jay, to be honest. MLW, I didn't think of MLW, actually. It's a good shout. I said AAA or CMLW, or not CMLW, CMLL even. But yeah, MLW, actually thinking about it, is probably a perfect place for him. I think he needs to go somewhere where there's a cruiserweight division. I don't think he'll go AEW because there's no cruiserweight division as of yet. Maybe Impact because they got the X Division belt. Is a place he could end up. But MLW, yeah, if they're doing this whole Azteca Underground thing, he could fit into that quite nicely. Al Snow dominating Adam Cole here, as always, you know. It's the way the game works. You want something to happen and the opposite happens instead. Oh, God, oh, God. God almighty, I'm knackered. Absolutely knackered I am. But all my videos are done now up until Friday next week, so I'm happy. I've just got to do a little bit of editing and that sort of stuff, so I'm happy now. There is a video going up tonight, but I've held on to it until the stream's finished, so once this is finished, I'll upload another episode of Ratings War. It's an interesting episode of Ratings War as well, because we will have a women's #1 contendership match on there. Women's tag team #1 contendership match. On that show tonight, so that'll be AJ Kong and Awesome Kong, the Queen Kongs, going up against the Glamazons, Beth Phoenix and Natalia. And the winners of that will get an opportunity to face off against the Killer Death Machines at the first night of New World Order pay-per-view, which will be tomorrow. So it's all go at the moment. So, what is happening with this game at the moment? How is Al Snow just dominating Adam Cole? It lets you know how old this game is, doesn't it, really, when you still realise that that Roderick Strong didn't come into this game with an Undisputed Era entrance or attire. Is that the snowplow? There's no way Al Snow is going to win this, surely. Oh, Adam Cole, for God's sake, man. For God's sake, Adam Cole. So we've got Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus Kurt Hennig and Curtis Axel after this in that 5-man elimination match in the main event. Then we've got another card with the Midnight Express versus the Job Squad. Karrion Kross versus Tommaso Ciampa. Another chamber involving the Battle of the Luscious Locks. Ric Flair, Rick Rude. Mark Mero, Brian Pillman Jr., Edge, and Shawn Michaels. Then the next card, we've got Taker and the Ascension versus Mojo, Hawkins, and Axel. We've got Cody versus Punk, and we'll have a women's elimination match with Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, Britt Baker, and Thunder Rosa. Then we'll finish things off with the championships. What? Stop walking on the keyboard. You press all the buttons and I don't know what you pressed. You muppet. Adam Cole with a pin after the super kick and the straightjacket German. Not enough. He should have bridged that, to be honest with me. He should have bridged straight from the straightjacket German. What are you doing? Why are you so needy? Why are you so needy? Want to be on the stream? Adam Cole with the boot. You want to go on the wins? Okay, is that better? Adam Cole now looking for that tequila sunrise. In with a pin from the Canadian Destroyer from the corner. And there is the pin. Adam Cole with the win. Yay. I mean, she sits there all quiet all day, and as soon as I hit the record button, she's like, meow, 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 meow. To be honest, Mohammed, we were just, I think there was me, Jay, and somebody else in chat at the time. We were just a bit stunned on how light they all were, to be honest. I just could not believe how little they were. But they were okay. They were okay. Again, I don't think any of the fights were necessarily... It depends how you look at it. I mean, they weren't necessarily amazing. At the same time, they weren't bad. I suppose there's a balancing act, isn't there? I mean, if it goes the full 5 rounds, chances are it's a little bit tedious. But all of these fights did end up with a referee stoppage or a TKO or a knockout, didn't they, I suppose? But... I know the Chinese woman was debating that the match should have been stopped. She felt that it should have gone on, but to be honest, if that had gone on, she was about to get absolutely destroyed. She was going to get absolutely put out. Yeah. There you go. She's fallen asleep on the windowsill now. She's happy. Right, Dominic and Ray versus Curtis Axel and Kurt Hennig. Yeah. I was a little bit annoyed with the main event because that Masvidal guy, from what I saw, just got a bit cocky. And while he was being cocky, he got caught and taken out. Was she really? I mean, it's debatable if the fight should have been stopped. I mean, if you watch it more than me, then you'd have a better idea. But I felt like stopping the fight was the right idea there. But I don't know if do you agree with that? Or... I mean, she wasn't knocked out, but if the ref had left it, she was going to get knocked out any second. Hello, James, 6500. I'm assuming James 6499 was taken, so you end up with James 6500. I can't. What was the other one? The other one was the. I mean, I was drinking quite a few beers at the time, so I don't remember a lot of it, to be honest now. Yeah, I felt it was. Yeah, that kick. I remember that. Yeah, she got kicked and her legs completely folded underneath her. That was pretty brutal. That was. And then yeah, she just got mounted for the ground and pound, and she was gonna go if she didn't get stopped. That's what the people are here for, James. Dead jokes are my speciality. What's up with my monitor still? I need to get a new HDMI cable. I think my monitor keeps wibbling. Is that a real word? Wibbling? I mean, yeah. It keeps going nutty on me. And what was the other women's match? me try and find a picture and I'll see what it was. It was UFC 261, was it? UFC 261. We're going to catch him up soon. Oh, it was that one, wasn't it? Yeah, that Shevchenko. Yeah, that one weren't bad, yeah. The strawweight one, Weili Zhang versus Rose Namajunas. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, isn't it? Yeah. I just could not get over that. Is it Chris Weidman? I just still couldn't get over that, to be honest. Very possibly, yeah. I think I might do, actually. If it's depends if it's a weekend or my parents are staying or not. That's what the only thing. But if they're staying, it might be more difficult. There we go. Mysterio's got the win. Yeah, that leg break was. That's what that leg break was. It was. I mean, I was the only person watching it at that time, and then I just shouted out. I was on chat to a couple of people. I shouted out I just shouted it, and they all came over, and it was a mess. I would say that he's not going to be back for a very long time, if ever, to be honest. Yeah, Alex, it's a weird one. I mean, obviously it faltered before it ever came to it, but I was never really a massive fan of the idea. But we'll see what happens. I still think something will happen in the future along them sort of lines, to be honest, but... Yeah, I think that's the one thing I sort of agree with the Super League in, is the fact that for me, UEFA and FIFA take so much of the football, so much of the money out of the football and give so little back, that I thought originally these clubs teaming up and doing their own thing away from UEFA and FIFA was a good idea. It's just the way they tried to do it was the problem. But yeah, FIFA and UEFA are dodgy companies, really, really dodgy companies. Yeah, that'd be good, that wouldn't it? I think a lot of those clubs will sell now. I think a lot of them will sell because they've been mightily embarrassed here. Mightily embarrassed. But that's the thing. I mean, UEFA have not doubled. They've doubled the size of the Champions League, haven't they, from next year? So it's going to work out like an extra few matches per team, and the teams haven't been consulted. Well, the teams were told it was going to happen. They all said, we don't want this. We're already playing too many games as it is. But it's all about money, isn't it, really? I'm not sure about that, Alec. It comes with some very, very bad side effects being an Arsenal fan. I wouldn't take it lightly. I know, I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I mean, I googled it. I can't remember what it is now. Is it like 100? Maybe it's more than that. 180, 200, something like that. People have died while making these stadiums. They were all paid. The FIFA guys were paid for this to happen in that country. They've had to completely change everything because they want to play it during the winter because it's too hot. And yeah, I can't understand it, to be honest. I can't understand how they're not all behind the bars, to be honest. Alec, it's not technically free because there's a lot of mental distress that comes with being an Arsenal fan, I believe. I think that's the best way of putting it. It's free monetary terms, but being an Arsenal fan is pretty stressful. You have to deal with losing to Everton on a Friday night. Years of depression, yeah, that's what you get with an Arsenal fan. So it's free, but you pay with other stuff than money. Oh, it looks like I've annoyed the Arsenal fans. I've got 5 dislikes now. How's that happened? How has that happened? I've been taking the mick at the Arsenal fans. I've got 5 dislikes. There we go. That's it, yeah. Put some soothing music on afterwards just to make yourself feel better. Are they looking to sell though? Is Kroenke the main shareholder there? I don't know if he owns it all or not, to be honest. No eliminations as of yet in this one then. All these guys after some points, I feel like they all could do with them as well. Especially Cesaro. I think he's still pretty low in the ranking, so he doesn't want to get eliminated without getting elimination himself. Oh, Kroenke owns 100%. Okay. Well, I think he's going to get forced out eventually by the fans at this point. Don't worry, it's the same thing for Man United, man. That's what a lot of people don't realise with Man United, how bad it is having the Glazers there. I read it the other day. To have the Glazers in charge of Man United has cost Man United £1.5 billion in 10 years. £1.5 billion just to be owned by the Glazers. Because they mortgaged the club to buy the club, and they're not actually paying back any of it, really, I don't think. They're paying just interest on the loan over and over again. They're not actually paying the debts off. First elimination there. John Cena eliminates Roman Reigns. Yeah, it's the same with... The thing is that gets me... I might be wrong with this, right? But... So Man United were struggling in January, so they took out a £150 million loan, as a lot of big clubs did, because obviously with the COVID era it's been very difficult for them. So they took out a £150 million loan, and then 2 or 3 weeks after that, the Glazers took a £140 million dividends from the club. 140 million dividends from the club. If they were just not taking the dividends for a season, the club would not have had to take that loan and not have to go an extra £150 million into debt. But they're only in it for their own money. They're not in for it. They're not in it for anything else, I don't think. Lawn dart there by Gargano. Oh, you know, if you get called out by Vince McMahon, you're in big trouble. Code red by Cena on Gargano. Hooks him in for the pin. I must admit, I mean, just looking at this yesterday, the one thing I do like about UFC compared to boxing, I don't know if it is the same in UFC, maybe, I don't know, but in boxing they have a habit of putting people up against crap opponents over and over and over again to build up a winning streak, and then as soon as they lose their first match, they sort of get put to one side. But it looks like on that card yesterday, everybody has losses next to their name, which I like. I don't know, Jay, it's mad. I don't really care, to be honest. As I've always said, a like and a dislike means the same thing on YouTube, so I'm not really that bothered. As far as I'm concerned, I've got 12 interactions with the video, which is more than I normally get, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is it Muhammad Ali, I think, has got losses on his record? And I think that proves that you're a good boxer who hasn't just buckled away from fighting against the real talents. Yeah. I mean, looking at it last night, I mean, you've got... Like, you had the main event. Well, the guy that won the main event has only ever lost 1 match by the looks of it, but Jorge Masvidal has lost 15. And he still makes it in the main event, because it's just, yeah. You shouldn't just be a write-off because you lose 1 match. Yeah, boxing's a bit funky. Yeah, you know when, is it 6 belts, I think, is a heavyweight? Because wasn't that what Josh was trying to collect? He was trying to collect all 6 belts, I think. That's what I was saying, yeah, Mohammed. That's what I was just saying. It's frustrating because you end up watching me and my dad sometimes end up watching it in the pub sometimes, if it's on. We don't go out there specifically to watch it, but sometimes it's on after the football in the sports bars. and we'll watch it, and it's just so one-sided, and it's so boring to watch. Whereas yesterday, I mean, obviously yesterday all the fights had a favourite and an underdog, but still, it could have gone either way. Oh yeah, it's always the way, yeah. It's always the way. Always have a little random chat as we go along. Somebody else, I've seen only one elimination so far. Is somebody down the outside? Elias down the outside? I think he's been eliminated yet, has he? If Elias has been eliminated, I've missed it. I'm watching, but I just missed it somehow. I think Elias might have gone, you know. Has Elias gone? Well, Cena's eliminated Gargano. We're down to the final two now, then? God could... No, there he is, Elias. Okay, we're still on 3. That's good. I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that bad. That leg break, though, that was... I still can't get over it when I saw it. Oh, I mean, it was one thing when he kicked him. When he kicked him and his leg broke, but then when he brought it back and tried to stand on it and the whole body just... his whole body weight just collapsed on top of it. That was even worse. Oh, God. It was disgusting. Oh. Send shivers down my spine, that did. Oh, here we go. Cesaro, if he can get this elimination on Cena, this will be massive for him. Go on, Cena, tap. Cesaro desperate for these points. Tap. He does. Wow. Yeah, it was pretty... I weren't really drinking before then. It was only after I saw the leg break that I had to start doing the beers. Well, I said, because I watched it live, and I noticed it live, and then somebody came onto the chat to have a look, and I said, there's no point in coming onto the chat because they're not going to show a replay, and they did show replays from all different angles. I couldn't believe it. Like, in football, if there's ever a bad injury, they never show the replay. If Cesaro can polish off Elias, he's going to be sitting pretty, I think, here. Cesaro can all of a sudden move himself into a very high position. He was on -2 before this started. And he got 1 in the elimination chamber. He got eliminated as well, so he got 0 from that. So he's still on -2 at the moment. But with this 1 point he's got already, that moves him up to -1. If he can get the win here as well, to move him up to +1, that'd be a huge turnaround for Cesaro. Oh no. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fucking Elias. What a bastard. Okay, Elias wins the match. Well done to him. Exactly what I thought was going to happen, obviously. Walk with Elias. So Elias gets +2 from this. Let's double check. I think that is Elias's debut, you know. Yeah, it was Elias's first match with us. So straight up to +2 for him. Right, so we're going on to card number 4. Has anybody had any ideas who they want to go for the SWE Championship or Tag Team titles or Women's Championship as yet? Jackson Riker, yeah. What's up? Why do you want the cuddles now? Elias's future champion? It could be. I don't know. Is his push still going, or are they gone a bit quiet on him now? He was getting a really good push at one point. He was really over with the crowd. Even as a heel, the crowd loved him, which is not a great thing, to be honest. But right, so this one, we're starting things off with a match from Omega. I believe he's helping out The Rock and Roll Express. No, not Rock and Roll. Midnight Express. Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Sweet Stan Lane. And Dennis Calderoy. Dennis Calderoy? Condry. I don't know, mate, to be honest. I think someone's messing with them because it was 6-6, then it moved to 5-7, then it went back to 6-6. Somebody's messing around with them. Like, it didn't really matter, to be honest, like I say. It all counts as a as an interaction on this game, so it's fine. Not ideal, don't get me wrong, like, but oh god. Oh. Spent all that time up just to have all that time up just to watch someone break their legs. And now I'm scarred and get nightmares. It's the Bo Dallas of SWE, yeah. Right, this one is Carrion. I think this was one of Jay's. Carrion Cruz versus. Has this match happened in real life yet? I imagine it must have done, shouldn't it? I imagine so. I support my local team, Hensford Town, as well as Manchester United. I'm quite easy going now. I'll watch any game, me. As long as I got a pint of beer in my hand, I'll sit and watch anybody. And this is the Luscious Locks match. Another one of Mohammed's chambers. The Chamber of Secrets. We have got... We need the Luscious Locks of Ric Flair. The Luscious Locks of Ravishing Rick Rude. The Luscious Locks of Mark Mero. The Luscious Locks of Brian Pillman Jr. The Luscious Locks of Hedge. Is that... Yeah, he's got Luscious Locks, yeah. And Shawn Michaels. Oh, Rangers. Oh, you're happy then, you, mate, aren't you? You're well happy. Oh, Omega, yeah. Are you on Twitter, Omega? Let's go with Old School Michaels. Off and fast. It was disgusting, mate. Yeah, you must be well happy, James. Then really, you got the double this year, haven't you, more or less? I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Tweets and replies. There it is. Oh, have we? Okay.
And look, Joe, just tell me.
You know me, mate. I'm never good at remembering stuff. There's no other way of getting a video, is there? Can I share the video? Copy link to tweet. Oh, does that work? Into Discord. Okay, watch this at your own peril if this works. I think you can watch that. I'll put it in Discord. But yeah, be aware if you watch it, it's not the prettiest of things to watch. So yeah, I think that should work. If you haven't got a Twitter account, it should just be able to click on the video on there, or the little link for the video. Yeah. Oh, well, like I said, at the end of the day, you got 12 interactions on a video. That'll do me. 12 likes or 12 dislikes mean the same thing, so that'll do. It's bringing more people to the video. That's the main thing. Where are we? There we are. About 71 views so far in this stream, so thank you very much to everyone. It was a bit of a brutal statement. Oh, you managed to watch it, Omega, yeah. Yeah, it was... Omega, that was 17 seconds into the fight. That was the first kick thrown. So the other guy didn't swing anything. The other guy stood there and he won the match. The other guy stood there and won the match just from standing there. And just having strong legs by the looks of it. It was... Oh, yeah. Was that me, James? I haven't. I've only got the one, mate. I've only got the one. I'm still dabbling with the idea of Twitch, but I haven't really got into it properly yet. I'm trying to get some stuff made for it first. I've got a graphic designer making me a new logo at the moment. Which is actually a pretty cool looking logo, actually. He sent me some preliminary sketches. It looks really nice. So while this match is going, I'm going to go grab a drink quickly. Oh, I didn't start that one, mate, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't start that one, James. I don't know where that one came from, to be honest. It was something in our very early streams somebody was doing. And it sort of took a life of its own, to be honest. Have I taken my drugs tonight? I don't think I have. It's not cat treats, is it? It's drugs. Okay, I've run out of drugs. Oh yeah, that was a weird situation, that was. Yeah, I've been trying, Mohammed, but they won't have me. Don't push all that paper off the sofa. Don't do it. Don't push all that paper. It's a right little git, I tell you. It's all gone on the floor. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I never created that one, to be honest. Oh, Midnight Express have got it. There we go. Nice quick victory for them. Yeah, Jay, yours is next. One of your ones. We had Hammerstone versus Jacob Fatu was yours as well, wasn't it? We've got Karrion Kross versus Tommaso Ciampa next. And we've also got Shida, Statlander, Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa in the next card as well. I've got a big pile of paper on the sofa that's all the shows that I've done this week. And I've got them all stacked up so I can write them in for the YouTube descriptions when they come out. And the cat's just gone and pushed them all off the sofa. So they're all out of sequence now as well, little bugger. I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest, Mohammed. I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest. I want it to happen if KSI wins. I don't want it to happen if KSI loses, if that makes sense. I know it sounds stupid. Is that the Scottish Premier League, is it, James? Is that what it is? The yeah, the SPL, or the SPH, yeah. From someone who plays a bit of FIFA here and there, Ryan Kent is great. Is it, Dembele is always a laugh as well. Is it the young Dembele? Karamaku Dembele or something like that, isn't it? He's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to dabble a bit of Twitch, I think. It was the guy who kept coming in here saying he was a Celtic player. Do you remember what his name was? Do you remember who it was? Can't remember who it was now. Big backbreaker there by Champa. But yeah, Ryan Kent has always been fun for FIFA because he's just got an absolute ton of pace. And James Tavernier, I think they both got big cards this year on FIFA, actually. Yeah, my plan was, Mohammed, I think like I said before, if I do like if I do RimWorld, I've been burnt in the past with RimWorld, so I know if I want to do a RimWorld playthrough, I've got to do the whole thing in one weekend. Because if the game updates and the mods go mad, then the whole thing buggers up. So my plan was potentially to stream the whole playthrough while I'm doing it on Twitch, and then just break it down into episodes for YouTube afterwards. Or something along them sort of lines. He was a Celtic viewer. No, he said he was one of the young Celtic players. I can't remember what his name was now, though. He was Irish. I can't remember what his name was now. I want to set the game with a C. In with the pin now by Cross on. For some reason, I still want to call him Cruz. That's from playing so much Foot Manager and yeah, playing so much Foot Manager and going through Tony Cruz all the time, isn't it? Yeah, he's a young player. I think he was on FIFA. He's got like an 80 potential. Can't remember what his name was now. I think he might have moved away from Celtic. Oh, he either moved away from Celtic to someone in the Championship, or he moved from someone in the Championship to Celtic. I can't remember now. It's one or the other. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Mohammed. Just sort of, yeah, try and mix and match. That's what a lot of people do. I've been looking at other people and they do both at the same time. You just try and push each to the other. I believe Twitch is a lot more financially easy to make money on than YouTube. But I just prefer YouTube because I can get ahead of myself and release stuff. So I don't, if I say I'm going to stream one day, I don't have to if I don't feel like it. But yeah, I was playing a bit of Phasmophobia last night with somebody who was on Twitch. That they were streaming and they got me to join in with their game on Twitch. And yeah, just got me thinking about it. Especially since I did the FM Invitational, because everyone in the FM Invitational was streaming on Twitch at the same time. And it did look like it was a decent way to do things, but I'll see how I feel. I'm always tempted to stream this on Twitch on a Sunday, but I've done it before, and some guys don't have access. As Karrion Kross gets the win, some guys don't have access to Twitch and that sort of stuff, and I think it makes it a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I think I am going to try and do it just to try and, yeah, like you say, to get some new followers. But I'm just waiting to get some of the things done first, like the screens and that. Because I've got a friend who's a graphic designer currently making me a new logo. So I should have that soon. I'm hoping to get that before the Cinco de Mayo shows, because that will suit that perfectly. Cinco de Mayo. So there we go. Big win there for Karrion Kross. Connell. Yeah, someone Connell. I'm sure it was some Luca Connell? Luca Connell? Yeah, I must admit, I've only recently started a Twitch channel, a Twitch account myself, and started using it recently. And Discord, this first time I ever used Discord was when I created it for this channel, which is why I had to have one of my mates to set the whole thing up because I had no idea what I was doing with it. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at all this sort of stuff now. I'm trying to get better at networking a bit more as well, trying to link up with other people and that sort of stuff. That's true, yeah. Dembele's got a lot more interesting stuff going on in his life. No, it was Luca Connell, I think it was, something like that. Luca Connell? Is that a real person? Luca Connell. Yeah, Luca Connell, that's his name. I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't him, to be honest, but he said it was him. Right, this is the Battle of the Luscious Locks, number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Another one of Mohammed's matches. The interesting one with this one, Mohammed, is that you went with Pillman Jr., not original Brian Pillman, which surprised me a little bit. I thought you were going to go with normal Brian Pillman. But you've gone with Pillman Jr. And we're going to start things off with Pillman Jr. and Hedge. I emptied the save file before earlier. Because my plan was to stream a bit earlier, but I deleted all the cores and all the logos. And then downloaded it all for this show. And I deleted the extra Edge attire. So we've had to go with standard Edge attire on this one again. Pillman now bringing Edge back up. Edge fighting back with the arm breaker. And a good amount of points available in this one as well. So Ric Flair's in the pod. He's the leader of the Horsemen. Of course, with Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. And I can't remember actually who else we were doing it with. Anyway, let's ignore that because I forgot who it was. Number 3 entering the match is Ric Flair. God, I'm bloody cold in here. Are you cats inside? Are you out? There's one cat there. Hello, one cat. Where's the other cat? I think she's still outside. It's fucking freezing. Flair now getting taken down by Edge. So yeah, I mean, Mark Merrow, I think, made his debut last week on Cyber Sunday. We've seen a bit of Shawn Michaels, of course he's part of DX. Pillman Jr., he could have a big match here for him actually. Could be a big match for him. Oh, we're 7-6 on the likes now. We're winning. Rick Rude now comes into the ring. Nice shin breaker by Flair straight away on Edge. Rude working over Pillman Jr. And Flair really working those legs of Edge. So Mark Merrow and Shawn Michaels still inside the pods. I like Pillman, you know. I don't know what it is about Pillman Jr., but I really do like him. I like the fact that they are building him up as a good young tag team, and I don't know if they're ever going to be big enough to really go for the tag team championships in the future. The only thing that I'll say annoys me, but it's very selfishly annoys me, is that I feel like I don't think that's who Edge meant to spear. I think Edge meant to spear Pillman Jr. there. Yeah, the only thing is that Edge gets the pin. Okay. Yeah, in that Varsity Blondes tag team, I really do like Brian Pillman Jr., but at the same time, I feel like Griff Garrison's going to be the future star, to be honest. That's fine, Mohammed. If you want to do that for next week, just if you put it in the title, I'll make sure that the cores I get are the hairy ones. I mean, you've got George the Animal Steel. He's just hair from head to toe, isn't he, really? Who else is really hairy? I know George the Animal Steel is just a fluff ball, isn't he? It's a lot of older. It's not a very common thing now, is it? A lot of older wrestlers now, isn't it, I suppose? You don't really have it very common at the moment. Hairy chest men. It's a dying art. Mark Merrow with a Russian leg sweep. I was going to say chokeslam for some reason. Seth has a hairy chest. You know, if people come into this conversation the wrong point, it's going to sound really weird, isn't it? Oh, Merrow, what a slam. Wasn't a slam, what a splash, let's say, on Pillman Jr. from the top of the cell. That was incredible. Goes in for the pin, but he's left it a long time between the move and getting the pin, but it is still enough. And Merrow with the elimination on Brian Pillman Jr. from that massive splash from the top of the pod. Go on, Merrow. Yeah, Bruno. I think Bruno was pretty hairy. Yeah, I'd say it's a much more older-fashioned wrestler thing, I think. I mean, George the Animal Steel was just basically Cousin It, wasn't he, really? Edge now bringing Michaels back up to a standing base, rolls him through. Big elbow in the top of the head. Ric Flair now taking Shawn Michaels up into a pile driver. Only Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels, both in their prime, would have been incredible. I mean, the WrestleMania match was pretty damn good anyway, wasn't it? But in their prime, that would have been a hell of a match. Flair now with a pin, only enough for a 2 count. Flair standing over Michaels. Flair's doing pretty well here, actually. So I'm just looking through a little bit of Twitter, make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope, we're all seem to be good. Yeah, there is a Sidemen video actually uploaded at the moment, Mohammed. Actually going back to your comment about 20 minutes ago. They uploaded a hide and seek video today. That's very true, that is, Omega, yeah. I had a girl in my school who was Italian and she was like hairier than I could ever wish to be. Right, there goes Edge, another sharpshooter. I think we might have like figured out the thing of this game now. I might say to New Gem when he makes the calls for the new game, just give me someone who's got a freaking sharpshooter as a finisher. Ric Flair dives on top of the pin, and Ric Flair steals the pin away from Michaels. At the moment, we've had 4 eliminations that have all come from different people. It doesn't trump Terry Funk, though. Look at Terry Funk. How long was he in it for? As Flair now locking in that figure 4 on Shawn Michaels. Terrible position here. The camera can't see a bloody thing. Yeah, Terry Funk's the main one. Let's have a quick look. Terry Funk. Terry Funk started his career, made his debut in 1965. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's actually less than I thought it was. 65, and he's still... Well, he was wrestling, but I think he's pretty ill at the moment. I don't think he's officially retired as of yet. Well, he's retired, but he's not actually retired, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Still not quite the same as for me. The biggest ever difference was bloody Scott Steiner and the Steiner brothers in the early 90s, and Scott Steiner in the late 90s. That was just immense. So go sharpshooter. Michael's gonna hit this in the sharpshooter. The freaking sharpshooter. The most powerful move in the game. The sharpshooter strikes again, and Shawn Michaels gets himself the victory. And Shawn Michaels gets himself the points. Right, 2 cards remaining for you. One more card for points, and then the final card will be our championship matches. So if anyone's got any ideas for YouTube Championship, YouTube Women's Championship, or YouTube Tag Team Championship contenders you would like to see, then let me know. Oh yeah, and he was also teamed up with Dory Funk Jr., didn't he? Dory Funk Jr. I think also debuted. Okay, Dory Funk Jr. debuted in '63 and was still wrestling in 2017. So that's another massive amount of time as well. There we go. I was thinking that myself, Omega, to be honest. I was thinking that on myself, and that's handy because I've already got them on the game. I feel like we need a strong team to be able to take the belts away from the 2-man power trip, and FTR could just be the trick. Is everyone happy with FTR for the YouTube Tag Team Champions then? Well, not champions, but championship shot. I mean, who's in chat? I mean, we could do that, and we could do like a triple threat or a fatal 4-way or fatal 5-way or fatal 6-way or 8-way. Tag team wise, we can do 4 at the most tag teams. So at the moment we can put it down as a triple threat unless anybody else wants to throw another name in there. So this is 6-man tornado tag. Undertaker, Connor and Victor up against Mojo, Kurt Hawkins, and Zack Ryder. Ride, Sally, ride. Okay. Got a right mess of that, haven't I? Yeah. Okay. Next up was, I think, one from Travis again, which was CM Punk versus, I don't know why he had that manager there, versus Cody Rhodes. Okay, it looks like a triple threat tag team match then. 2-man power trip, FTR and Randy and Batista. Randy or Batista. And the main event for this show is a fatal 4-way elimination between Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, Dr. Britt Baker, and Fanda Rosa. There you go. Beth Phoenix Again, she's probably top of the rankings. It's probably is the correct decision. But again, we can throw. If anyone else has any other contributing people they want to put in there, we can make it a triple threat or fatal four-way. But if everyone's happy, we can do one-on-one. Right, fast off. Fast off. Fast off. Okay, we're good to go. I don't know, you know. Is Dory Funk Jr. gay? No. No, Dory Funk Jr. is not gay. He's just got 2 wives with male names. He married Marty Funk and Jimmy Funk. They're both women, though. Jimmy. Will live from Hamburg, Germany. Oh, shit. Right, here we go. The Ministry. Oh, God, I'm bloody cold. Alright then, here we go. Okay, both the cats are in because one of them just rubbed across my leg. My leg? My leg. There you are. So Connor and Victor, of course, were the Undertaker in the Ministry. China, okay. So it's just the men's then. We've got Jeff Cobb as the champ at the moment. Is there anybody who's impressed enough to get the opportunity, or... So we've got Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley in the ring. I'm flagging a bit now, I do apologise. My energy is diminishing. Big club and below that, another one by Mojo Rawley on Connor. Didn't work out too well for him, did it really? As Victor now flattening people left, right and centre. And the Ascension doing well here. Our Taker is down on the outside. But eventually the numbers game catches up with them. Mojo sending Connor to the outside. Victor with a strong right hand right in the gut of Kurt Hawkins as Taker battling against Zack Ryder. But everyone's left us now by the looks of it. We're down to just 4 viewers. We had 13 a minute ago. Everyone's gone. But we're not far away from finishing now, are we ourselves? I just heard my phone buzz, but I've got no idea where it is. It's over there. Yes, I know. You want to be part of my attention, I know. So it's all descended to chaos now on the outside of the ring. At the moment, the hyped up Hasbros are looking pretty good. George the Animal Steel, really? Okay. You think anyone for the male championship, Omega? Club Mo in the back there. Taker now flattens Kurt Hawkins. Avoids the clothesline from Zack Ryder. Ryder does catch Taker, and Taker doesn't even take it too well. Imagine trying to get into a striking battle, really. He's still there, mate. He's still floating around. Haku for the YouTube Championship. You missed everything, Alec. How long have you been gone for? I can't remember how long you've been gone for, to be honest. Nothing major. We're just talking about who deserves to get the opportunities for the YouTube Championships coming up in our next card, our final card of the night. So I'm still surprised how well they're doing at the moment. Only been 5 minutes though, mate. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. I mean, we just built this card, that was it really. So we got the Ministry versus the hyped up Hasbros. Cody versus Punk. And Fatal 4-Way Elimination Women's match. Shida, Chris Statlander, Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. And then we'll have our final card of the night, which will be the 3 championship matches. The YouTube Tag Team Championships, the YouTube Women's Championship and the YouTube Championship. Yeah, we've currently got the 2-man Power Trip versus FCR versus Randy Orton and Batista for the Tag Team Championships. We've got Ronda Rousey versus Beth Phoenix versus Chyna for the Women's Championship. And we've got Jeff Cobb versus George Steele versus Haku for the YouTube Championship. Yeah, I think he had a pretty good run in one of the Rumbles, I believe, Omega. I think if you look at the rankings, everyone who's pretty high up, majority of it come from extra points in Rumbles. Or eliminations from other matches. So Haku, I'm not sure what Haku's will be from, to be honest. Maybe Hardcore Championship tournament, maybe. Oh, almost had a victory there for Victor. They should have had the Ascension with the Fiend, shouldn't they, really? That would have made so much more sense having the Ascension with the Fiend. It's looking that way at the moment, Mohammed, I must admit. Especially now with the pin. All the Ministry are down. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. That's the second stream in a row that's happened. Second stream in a row. This is after I've given the Ascension a stat boost as well. Ugh. We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it's frickin' Kurt Hawkins. Right, let's move on to Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. Alright, it should be an interesting one as well. Oh, I don't know, Alec. I don't freaking know. Poor old Ministry. Always get the brunt of it, don't they? Should have fought the Sheiks, yeah. Oh, you say that, mate, but the Sheiks are the very first SWE YouTube Tag Team Champions, so... the Golden Sheik, the only jobber in SWE history to hold a championship. Yeah, okay. So I'm just seen a tweet that I wanted to try. Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. No, it's Sunday. Oh, it's Sunday then. I've got work in the morning. I'm not looking forward to work in the morning, I must admit. Been off for a whole week. It's been lovely. Now I've got to go back to hell. The Golden Sheik days, yeah. I think I will eventually, maybe like bring in a jobber championship for the likes of those guys to fight for. Golden Sheik and Joey Pepperoni and Nate Danger. Who else could there be? The Phantom, of course. The Italian Fatal 5-Way Tournament. Which one was that? Yeah, that's it, yeah. So I'm just worried about the guy that's covered me, what sort of work he's done and what I'm going to have to go back into and fix tomorrow. That's my main problem. Well, when this is finished, I'm going straight to bed when this is finished. I'm absolutely knackered. I've got to be up in about 10 hours. Yeah, unfortunately that happened for the second stream in a row, even though I gave him a stat boost this time. Cody taking down Punk, big boot in the gut. Wrenching away at the neck. Really wrenched away at the neck. Cody now gets taken down by Punk. He got punked. You've been punked. Fool. Cody clotheslines Punk to the outside. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I've just seen your comment from 3 hours ago, Mohammed. By the way, you're about the Elimination Chamber producing quality cut. You have done, yeah. You've because you're Elimination Chamber. That's how that championship match was made for the Women's Championship. I think both of these need a win, to be honest. Both are pretty low in the rankings. CM Punk dropping Cody neck first and springs off the rope and cuts him off. Wow. Dropping the boot right in the arm, and then there's the pin from CM Punk for the one. Only a 1 count. Cody stiff forearm right in the face. Sending Punk to the outside once again. Remember, still got the women's fatal 4-way to come up for you. Punk springs back into the ring, but Cody catches him in with a crossroads. And that could be game, set, match here. There's the pin for the 1, 2, and the 3 count. There we go. Cody gets the win. They are Omega, yeah, but I gave them a stat boost. I did give them a stat boost on that one. I put them up to 83s rather than the 74s, whatever they were. So I thought they'd be stronger now. But evidently not strong enough. But their momentum must be a bit shot now as well, I suppose. Right then. We move on to a women's match. I need a pee. I'm going to have to have a pee in a second. Right, here we go. Cody victorious. Not great for CM Punk. Good for Cody, though. I'm going to have a pee while this loads because it'll be a while for cause. Guess who's back? Yeah, Elias, yeah. Yes, Elias' debut, that was. God, those loading screens take ages, don't they? Oh, yeah, it'd help if I actually pressed the button, wouldn't it, I suppose? Here we go. So, women's fatal 4-way elimination. Just realised that Britt Baker's head in that picture looks a lot bigger than it should be. So, Chris Statlander made her debut at last week's Cyber Sunday. Thunder Rosa's done pretty much. Had a couple of opportunities at the SWE Women's Championship. Lost them both, though, when Beth Phoenix was the champion. Hikaru Shida, who's very, very low in the rankings. And Britt, we've not seen a lot of, actually, in singles competition. But I've just realised this core is a little bit... I don't know, is it just me or is Britt's head bigger than it should be? I might be wrong. But it seems like her head is bigger than out of proportion to her body, I don't know. Maybe I'm just going a bit mad, I don't know. Possibly, I'm a bit mad to be honest, but... I'm crazy. I'm crazy me, you see. I wonder if that's what I'm... Sorry, I've just realised something. I've just realised something that I probably should have done a while ago. And I think that might be the answer to why my earnings have dropped so much on YouTube. Hopefully, I mean, I want to go to bed. I'm knackered. Here's taxi. I can't remember what it was now. Account. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I figured it out. I figured it out. Pepperoni Pete. Oh yeah, we got Joey Pepperoni now instead. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my bed now, Omega, I must admit. I got about 3 or 4 hours last night. Then I've been out in the garden again in the sun doing some weeding and that sort of stuff. I'm trying to do weeding actually where the cat's just well, I won't go too much ahead of yourself, mate. We've still got another... We've got to finish this match and 3 more matches. You never know, we might be stretching an hour and a half out of this. She'd now taken Thunder Rosa up on the shoulder into the GTS. Okay. Pretty funky. I'm a big fan of Chris Statlander. I'm so glad she's back now. We'll start to use her a bit more in some of these videos, I said. Yeah, might. Yeah, it's true, yeah. Might. You said you've got Hearts of Iron, haven't you, Omega? Is it Hearts of Iron you've got, or is it Stellaris? Or is it both? Because we'll have to sort out a big game at some point through the people on Discord that have got it. I think there's 5 of us now that have got it, or 4. Big brainbuster onto the knee by Britt Baker. Not quite enough to get the elimination. Oh, big super kick in the face, though, of Statlander. Pin again. Oh, still only a 2 count. Essentially, multiplayer in Hearts of Iron just means that you play a normal game of Hearts of Iron while New Generation gets destroyed. That's normally what happens on Hearts of Iron when we do multiplayer, to be honest. I think the last time we played Hearts of Iron... No, it wasn't the last time, it was one before the last time, I think. New Gen took over Italy because it's supposed to be like the tutorial country, and he lost the war against Ethiopia at the very beginning. That's how bad he was in that one, but... we'll get him there. Big backbreaker there by Shida on Statlander. Still no eliminations yet, though. Shida now in with the arm breaker. In with the spinning neck breaker as well by Britt Baker on Shida. Britt now just rubbing her forearm across the face of Shida. Statlander now switching places with Statlander versus Thunder Rosa is a match I'm looking forward to seeing at some point. Sure, that'll have to happen at some point, won't it? Britt Baker with a pin on Shida. Shida's gone again. Shida continues her run at the bottom of the rankings. Doing fantastically well as always. Britt now slamming the body weight of Chris Statlander onto her own arm. Big discus forearm. Thunder Rosa drops like a stone. Britt heads up to the top and missile dropkick missed. Can't believe Shida's gone again. Her ranking points are so low as it is. She could not survive another loss. Most people do, to be honest, Omega. I don't, because I'm just used to this now. Even when I play games on my own, I end up just talking over them now. It's just a force of habit. It doesn't have to be for a stream or anything. We just play it as just for us, guys. I still want to get good at it. I want to do a video on it, but I want to get good at it first. But the problem is I'm not very good at it. I'm still struggling a bit with air and navy. I'm fine with land troops now. Land troops I'm fine with, but air and navy is something I'm still struggling with. Takedown there by Thunder Rosa. Now hooks the leg. And that's elimination. Thunder Rosa gets one. That is Statlander gone. And we're down to the final 2. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. Big clothesline. Rosa brings Britt back up. Dropped face first across the steps. Big boot in the leg as well there by Britt. Statlander leaves. Britt and Britt and Thunder Rosa still going at it. Said you might finish at a decent time. For me, it's still it's 9:30 here, so we're not going to finish for me before 10 o'clock, I don't think. Which was a little bit later than I intended to go, to be honest. But it's my fault. I did 6 cards, you know. Brit with the boot right in the side of the head. I still think Brit's head's too big, you know. She looks more like one of the Battlegrounds characters. Referee trying his luck there. Did you see that? The ref was counting while spanking her at the same time. That was well dodgy, that was, by the referee. Brainbuster onto the knee once again by Brit. There's the pin. 2. Still only a 2 count. Thunder Rosa. Survivor Fuss. In with the arm breaker. Rolling Brit through. And into the head scissors. Big German suplex there as well by Britt Baker on Thunder Rosa. Thunder fights back with the jawbreaker on Britt. Oh, what a kick in the head. That was by Britt. Wow. Britt now up on top. Diving missile dropkick. Caught her as well. But you must think that must be doing more damage to Britt now, to be honest. She fell a long way with that missile dropkick, didn't she, really? Thunder Rosa slamming Britt's spine against the apron. Back up to a standing base. Thunder Rosa again sending Britt into the ring. Both ladies back in the ring. Of course, the victory and another ranking, or 2 ranking points are up for grabs here. Of course, the winner will get the point for the elimination and the point for the win. Thunder Rosa, big diving double foot stomp. Crawls into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. She's got it. Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa. That's good. I like Thunder Rosa. I do like Thunder Rosa, so that's good for me. She's going to walk out of this match with +3 points. And we are about to walk into our final card of the evening. She needs to do a couple of downloads beforehand. She's done pretty well, but she's... it depends how you look at it, I suppose. She's won a couple of number 1 contenderships and had the chance to face Beth twice, but she lost to Beth twice, I suppose, if you look at it that way. Evolution is a mystery. Dooby doo 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 doo. China. China. That's true, everyone's lost to Beth, yeah. The bobacious brute in Beth. Well, if that's the case, we're going to see a new YouTube Women's Champion tonight as Beth goes in. Beth, China, and Ronda Rousey is a really interesting match, actually. But that main event, yeah. Jeff Cobb, George Animal Steel, and Haku is going to be a bizarre one as well. Haku. Haku. This chair's squeaky. Can you hear my squeaky chair? And finally, George the Animal Steel. If George the Animal Steel becomes the YouTube champion, there's some definitely things going wrong in this game, I'll tell you. George. I think that was the best one, actually. We'll go with that. Right then. Right then, indeed. Ready to go? Got to do one more thing before we start, which is I need to make Evolution a tag team, I believe. Yep. Oh. Evolution. Evolution. Batista. And Randy Orton. Oh, sticky keys. Randy Orton, there we go. So, our final card of the night will be it will be starting off with a tag team championship. What sort of match should we do? Should we do something a little bit different? Should we do a TLC triple tag? Yeah, let's do a little bit different. Let's mess things up a bit. Right, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and Triple H. We've got Batista and Randy Orton. And we have got Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. Boom. Do that. Right, next up. We had the Women's Championship. Triple threats. Let's do with three-way eliminations just to get more ranking points out, I suppose. Make sure we get a definitive winner. Champion Ronda. I didn't put the championship on the last match, did I? Ah. Beth Phoenix and Chyna. TLC is first one to grab the belt, isn't it? I think on TLC. I don't know, but I would like to. Civ is a game where the company that makes it do not allow you to stream it on YouTube. But I would like to play it just personally, I suppose. There's the sort of games I do enjoy, those sort of games, to be honest. But I haven't played it before. I've watched other people play it on YouTube, but I've not played it personally. And the final match of the night. Yeah, Civ and Total War games, because I love the Total War games, but I can't play them on YouTube either. George the Animal Steel and Haku. Yeah, I don't know why. You'd think out of anything it would boost their viewership, but for some reason they don't want that. We done? Yep, okay. So momentum, no entry, momentum, new entry. Yeah, because I wanted to do... Well, one of my favourite games was always Rome Total War. I mean, I think you can... I think the Total War games have changed it up a little bit now. So you can do it, but you have to get written confirmation from the company. So you have to, like, submit your YouTube channel to them and that sort of stuff. And they have to check to make sure they're happy to have you representing them. I'm not quite sure I fall into that bracket, to be honest. I mean, I did recently get put up onto the Amazon affiliate list, which is pretty cool. Not that I've earned anything out of it yet, like, but... Or have I? Is that a goosey gander? No. 38 clicks, no sales so far from my my Amazon affiliation thingamajig. But I think it's the same with a lot of Nintendo games as well, Alec. It's something to do with the Japanese companies, I think, but Nintendo doesn't allow it either. So yeah, all the Pokemon games, that you're not supposed to put them on YouTube either. Alright then, here we go with our first match of the evening. Triple Threat Tornado Tag TLC. Let's see how we get on. Oh, so they've got the matches for Elevation tomorrow, and the Acclaimed are back. Okay. Okay, so he's back from his injury. Whichever one it was, I can't remember which one it was now. Layla Hirsch is the rising star. Devon's sons are back in, faced off against FTR. I might watch Impact when I get to work tomorrow. I might watch Rebellion. Thing is, I have watched a couple of Impact pay-per-views this year, and I must admit, I've been disappointed. Especially when I pay for them. I'm seeing really disappointed in the Impact stuff, to be honest. Yeah, so the belts are hanging above the ring. The first person to climb to the top and grab a hold of the belts will become the champions or retain the championships. Of course, we've had the two-man power trip as the tag team champions now for about 2 or 3 streams. 2 or 3 Cyber Sundays. I'll update the rankings hopefully after this. I'll get the rankings updated because I need to sit at my computer and do some thumbnails for some videos that I'm uploading tomorrow anyway. So I'll update the rankings after this so you can check them out, and hopefully we should see some good movement on there. Of course, this is going to be big because only 2 people are going to get a point here and 4 people are going to get a minus point. And FTR, I think at the moment, are massively high in the rankings. Joey the Pizza Guy! Sorry, Joey, you've turned up at the good time and at the end of the stream at the same time. We're on to the last 3 matches, which are all the championship matches. So this is for the YouTube Tag Team Championships. Then we've got the YouTube Women's Championship next to the YouTube Championship in our main event. Batista flattens Triple H. Of course, this first part of the match is really just destroying everyone to the point where you can climb the ladder. Cash is bringing the ladder in, but he threw it straight into Austin. Back up to 10 viewers again now. We're doing well here today, aren't we? 93 viewers overall. 93 views anyway. Average view time of 14.13 minutes. Lovely. What a shot that was. Nice backdrop there by Dax on Triple H. Forearm in the face of Hunter as Austin now looks to climb. Oh, we've definitely made it hard for them here tonight, Omega. But does this mean you've technically got 2 horses in the race then, haven't you, really, Omega? If you're pulling for the champions and the team you suggested to fight them, you've got 2 horses in this race, really. As long as Orton and Batista don't win, you'll be happy. And there is the solitary tag team championship as Randy Orton dropping Dax with the RKO out of nowhere. And now Orton is climbing the ladder. And we do get our first bit of movement on the ladder. Austin's going to join him up there, though. Come on, Austin. Do it like a super stunner. Dax pulls down Randy Orton. And then pushes the ladder over. Austin crashes to the ground as well. And FTR looking strong. I believe FTR are the only one of these 3 teams still in the Dusty Classic at the moment. Yeah, say Omega, they're still in the Dusty Classic at the moment, so there's potential. I mean, there's still quite a few teams left in the Dusty Classic, don't get me wrong, but there's potential that that they could go and win all the matches, really. Oh, all the matches. They could win both tag team championships, is what I'm trying to say. It'd be good if they would make the like the in-game match editor a little bit different. Oh, that's a big shout, that is, Alec. I believe Fallout 3 was the one that got the highest ratings. That's the one that people love the most. I mean, you've got them in order there. There's no real story order. They're all separate storylines. So it doesn't really matter too much which one you play first. Fallout 3, I believe, had the better story. But Fallout 4 had a lot more to it with the making your own settlements and stuff like that. I really enjoyed Fallout 4, but I got a lot of hate, to be honest. But New Vegas, I think, was a big one as well. I mean, all of them are fantastic, to be honest with you. New Vegas is the only one I've not completed myself. I'm going to have to go back and do that at some point. As Dax now on the top of the ladder, Austin's going to join him up there. But 3 was the one that I think got all the... Yeah, 3 was the one that got the Game of the Year and all the plaudits and that sort of stuff. Have you got the Game of the Year edition of Fallout 3? Or just the standard edition? Because you've got the Game of the Year edition, you got all the DLC as well. I've never touched 76. As soon as I said it was going to be a mass online one, I thought, I'm not even bothering. Never touched it, never even watched a video on it. I'm not interested at all. And now they've gone to Xbox. I'm worried that they're going to become maybe what's it called when they just were released on that one thing? Yeah, they might become just basically only Xbox only stuff. Which if they do, I won't be buying them there again either. But I mean, if I would probably just say play them in order, I suppose. So 3 New Vegas, then 4. They are exclusive. Oh, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, exclusive. Yeah. So if they do become exclusive, that's going to be gutting. But at the same time, I'm not going to buy an Xbox just to play it. Yeah, I mean, I'd suggest just play them in order, mate. To be honest, 3 New Vegas, then 4. Yeah. I've never had one, to be honest. I've always played the PlayStation, to be honest. I hope not. It'd be stupid if they did do that. Stupid, really. I don't know anybody who would go, I don't know which one to buy, Xbox or PlayStation, but I'm going to buy this one just because I can get Fallout. Yeah, if Elder Scrolls becomes exclusive, that's going to be shocking. Yeah, Fallout's really good fun, mate. The first one I played Fallout 3 first. Fallout New Vegas, I never really got into because I got stuck at some point and didn't know how to get past it. And just sort of gave up. Fallout 4 I did on the channel, which I really enjoyed. Fallout 4 is really good. I mean, they're all really good, to be honest. But if I was going to do it, I probably would just play them in order, to be honest. So 3 New Vegas, then 4. But it's completely up to you. They're not fixed. They're not like fixed storylines or anything. There's no link up between the two. Evolution is a mystery, and they've just completely buggered over Omega. Randy Orton and Batista are your YouTube Tag Team Champions. I like Cyberpunk. It's still a bit iffy here and there. I played Cyberpunk for about 4 hours yesterday, recording videos. And, now, they're not going to... You might get the odd thing here and there, Alec. You might get the odd comment here and there by somebody in the game. But apart from that, there's no link up at all. You can do them. It's a bit like Elder Scrolls. You can do them in any order and no one's going to notice, really. Yeah, I really enjoy Cyberpunk, to be honest, Mohammed. It's got all the things that I like. It's got a leveling system. It's got collecting gear. It's got crafting. It's got all the stuff that I really enjoy. So I really like it. It's still buggy, don't get me wrong. And I think once the PS5 finally becomes available, I probably will get it on PS5 instead. But I'm enjoying it. I've got about 100 and... What am I up to now? I've recorded 99 episodes of it so far. I mean, it was iffy, don't get me wrong. It was iffy. It did have some problems, but I never really worried too much about it. I mean, I didn't go for a refund or anything. I knew they were going to fix the game. They have released a lot of patches so far, but hopefully it's just going to keep getting better and better. Yeah, Oblivion was great, Jay, as well. I never completed Oblivion either, to be honest. And that's something I want to do, Alec. I want to go through every single Assassin's Creed game on this channel at some point. Because I've not played any after... I've got them all here, though. I've not played... Is it 3? Is 3 the first one in America? I think that's as far as I got to Assassin's Creed 3. So I need to... I want to do them all one after the other on the channel. But maybe not, like, completely in-depth. Yeah, I think live stream might be the best bet for that sort of stuff. Live stream and then cut it down into more simplified episodes that are a bit more easily watched. Because I did try and record it once before, and I noticed that, like, on number 1, I spent like 10 minutes riding a horse from one city to the other. So I think on that sort of thing, I think I'd cut a lot of that out for episodes. But yeah, I'm tempted to live stream it, and then I can, yeah, just have the footage and then break it down into episodes. Yeah, it's crazy, Jet. I mean, there's so much. I've got a full rack of games next to me, and every single one I want to do videos on at some point. I'm not enough time. That's the problem. I was only saying yesterday I want to play through all the Age of Empires campaigns and Age of Mythology campaign. I want to play all of the Assassin's Creeds. We need to finish Final Fantasy VII, but it's been so long now I might have to start it again. I got Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 here. Grand Theft Auto 4 I want to play again. Vice City, San Andreas I want to do. It's just so much. That's another one, Joey. I had Red Dead delivered on release day, and it's still sat in my game rack in its plastic casing still, in the packaging, the wrapping. Apparently, though, it is very, very good. Yeah, I do, Jay, as well. I go to a lot of car boot sales with my dad sometimes when he's up, and I'm always picking up cheap games from there. So I will do Red Dead at some point, but the question remains, as I said last time, do I need to play Red Dead 1 first? Because I've not played Red Dead 1 first. Is it worth doing in order? So this, remember, is the YouTube Women's Championship, but it's also elimination, so it's you've got to be pinned or submitted to lose. It's not like a normal triple threat. Yeah, I've seen Tom in Discord is on it quite a bit, the online of that at the moment. I'm weird like that, yeah, Alec. I am weird like that. I have to do stuff in order normally. I'm normally really funky about that sort of stuff. So maybe that's the sort of thing I would do over on Twitch. I'd play through all of Assassin's Creed and then just save the file and then I can edit it into episodes for YouTube. The 2's the prequel, but does 2 have like, when you play in 2, do you go, oh, that explains what happened in number 1, or is it not like that? BioShock I've got as well, never touched it. I've got all 3 Watchdog games, never played them. I've got Skyrim, I've got Oblivion here as well. I've got Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. I've got Subnautica, I've not done yet either. I've got the Infamous games, Uncharted games. Got Prototype. There's so many games I just got that I haven't. And I looked at my Steam yesterday. I've got 264 games on my Steam, and the majority have never been installed once. It's amazing, isn't it, Alec? You got all these different games that you haven't touched yet. Sometimes you just go, God, I'm bored. Nothing to do, and there's all these games you never played before. Just Cause as well, yeah. I have played one of the Just Cause games, but I'd definitely like to do those again. And have they just released? Is it just me, or did they just release the Command and Conquer set on Steam? Is that right? The HD remaster, Command and Conquer remastered. That's it. Is that it? Is that the whole? Yeah. There you go. Command and Conquer remastered collection. £18, and you get. Is it all the games? Or is it not? Is it just the one game? What do you get with that? Command and Conquer and Command and Conquer Red Alert with expansion packs. All 4K resolution. I'll have to more look into that because I don't know what you're actually getting at, to be honest. Never tried Saints Row, to be honest. Yeah, Watch Dogs. I started playing the first one. I very first got my PlayStation. Never really got into it. Oh, was it not, Mohammed? I was never that keen on number 3. Number 2 is just the pinnacle, isn't it? Really. Yeah, number 2, Age of Empires. I think I saw that before because I saw a video before, and somebody was trying to do an online game on Age of Empires 3, and there was nobody on the multiplayer lobbies. And then when they went into Age of Empires 2, there was like thousands of games going on in the multiplayer lobbies. I did see that, Mohammed. Yeah, I saw that KSI reacted to that, didn't he? Okay, so this Command and Conquer is only the first. So it's just the first games. Fully remastered. Command and Conquer and Command and Conquer Red Alert, fully remastered. Yes, it's only the first 2 games. Yeah, and the fact they've released new DLCs for only a couple of years ago, wasn't it, Mohammed, as well? Was it a couple of years or 3 or 4 years? They released, was it the Rise of the Rajas and something, another one? I've got my Steam open here. I'll have a look. DLC, the Rise of the Rajas, and which one's that one? The African Kingdoms. So they were only released a couple of years ago. They were. But I own them, but I've not really played it since I've had them. So, and I've never done the campaign. I've always done Age of Empires sandbox mode and made my own battles. I've never done the campaign, so that's why I decided that it'd be fun to do the campaigns at some point. Yeah, I'm the same, Alec. That's why I end up with so much stuff. I've got every single GTA that I brought on a sale. But then again, it was really good value for money. Even though I've not used it, it was really good value for money. I want to play Factorio as well. That's just something that I just need to get my head around, though, I think. I think I did the Age of Mythology campaign, but I never did the Age of Empires campaign, I don't think. As Ronda eliminates Beth. So bad times again for you, Omega. There's the pin again by China. Game Dev Tycoon, I've got that as well, yep. Yep, Game Dev Tycoon, and I've got Game Corp DX, whatever that is. Got FTL. All the GTAs. I brought Plague Inc. not long ago as well to have a play around with that. I had that on my phone for ages, but I realised there's a PC version, so I was going to give that a go at some point. Railroad Tycoon. Postal. I don't know if you can even put Postal on YouTube, can you really? Far Cry. Yeah, I've never played the Far Cry games either. I have Far Cry 4 on my thing next to me. Never played the Hitman games either, actually. I mean, it's the sort of problem. I mean, I enjoy doing the wrestling stuff, of course, because it's obviously what the majority of my channel has been built off of. But obviously, it just takes the majority of the time. We don't do anything else. But with the Dusty Classic finished now for a bit, I think that means we'll be able to have a bit more spare time. So I'm trying to get my FIFA and my Cyberpunk stuff finished so we can try something different. Yeah, never played Hitman. I've seen videos of it. Again, I watch a lot of videos while I'm at work and that sort of stuff on YouTube. Of other people playing games. Trying out lovely Dragon Suplex on Ronda into the pin. And, oh, it's only a 2 count. Is there a... Yeah, there is. There's 294 achievements for Age of Empires. And I have 5 of them, because that's all I've played so far. I've played Play a Random Map. Killed 50 units in a single session. Lose 25 units in a single session. Build a castle. And get to the Dark Ages before anybody else. Bloody hell, some of these things are mad. You got 500 random maps for an achievement on Age of Empires. That's mad. Bloody hell, there's loads of stuff on there. Oh, it's fine, Mohammed. I am the boss man. It's fine. I'm the highest. I'm the highest person of my company on the site, so I'm fine. No one's gonna tell me off. Taken there by Ronda. We need another lockdown so I can get through some of these games. That's what we need to do. And Ronda retains the championship. Wow, well done, Ronda. Both eliminations as well. I'm gutted to think that I didn't get my internet sorted until the last couple of days of the lockdown, because I could have been streaming the whole way through that. Oh god, yeah, Europa Universal, I can't even say it, Universalares, whatever one it is. Yeah, just flicking through this now, it's absolutely mad. And I mean, look at this one, look. You have led the Franks to 100 victories. So 100 victories with just the French. And they've got that with every single thing. You have led the Mayans. Oh, I love the Mayans. I've got to be the Mayans. I've actually got the Mayan calendar tattooed on my arm. There's an achievement to destroy 10,000 buildings. Oh my word. That just seems painful. It really does seem painful. Right. It's time for our main event of the evening. The YouTube Championship match. Gotta love the Mayans. I've got Age of Empires 3 as well. I've got. That's got no achievements. Don't look like it actually. No. Age of Mythology. Freaking love that game as well. Was a DLC for Age of Mythology. Is that new as well then? Yeah, 2016. I did not know that was a thing. Mostly negative reviews. Well, that's doing well for itself, isn't it? £6.99. Mostly negative. Not a good expansion. Okay, nice idea on paper, no good. Okay, well, whatever floats the boat. The Paladin, yeah. Was that the original Age of Empires as well as on here now in 4K as well? Bloody hell. Alright, put that on the wish list. Oh, it's already on my wish list, okay. The very original Age of Empires. 20 years ago. Bloody hell. You really think you're going to get the luck? I don't know why George the Animal Steel is just rocking his Randy Orton-ness there. I don't know why. So Jeff Cobb has been the YouTube champion since the very first stream we did. Is it about time he loses that? There's another game I really like that I don't think is on Steam. It's called Fate of the Dragon. Fate of the Dragon. I think I've got it on disc somewhere. And that was an interesting sort of game. I enjoyed that. It was very similar to Age of Empires, to be honest. Wow, what a backbreaker there by Jeff Cobb. Now an elbow in the face of George the Animal Steel and a super kick as well. So Age of Mythology is the expansion pack. Is a Chinese expansion pack, and there's dragons and all sorts in it now. Graphics look a bit rough, to be honest. To be honest. Oh, apparently I own it. It's in my library. Really? Oh, I already own that DLC anyway. Okay, yay! God, I'm a tit, and I got to knock out some City Skylines at some point as well. Final Fantasy, I mean, you could just go straight into the new 7 remake. My favourite is Final Fantasy 12. They re-released that on PS4 last year as well. Well, not last year, a couple of years ago. Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age. That one's a bit more... I prefer that one because you can build your characters in the way you want them. Whereas on the new ones, they're sort of... On the other ones, they're sort of fixed in certain ways, I believe. But yeah, I would say Final Fantasy 12 or even Final Fantasy 15, the newer ones that have got all the proper dialogue are probably the easiest ones to get into. Is it 15? Yeah, 15, yeah. I quite enjoyed 15, to be honest. 15 was good, 12 was really good, and 7... Yeah, the newer ones that have been on PS4 have all got actual voice acting, whereas some of the older ones don't. So it can become quite difficult to get through because it's a lot of reading, a lot of text, and you've got to try and keep track of the storyline yourself. But they are really good games. I really enjoy them. And the 7 remake is only about a third of the game, I believe. The other 2/3 of the game is still due to be released in the next few years. Yeah, I said this recently. It's because we've got far enough now in technology, there's not very often there's a bad game made. And yeah, there's just so many good ones we want to get through. Jeff Cobb now dragging Haku away from the corner. And drops him face first into that corner. Yeah. I saw him took out the referee a minute ago, yeah. Only a 2 count. Yeah, I'm just looking for it. I got Beat Coppers was a really weird one as well. I saw a guy called Sips play that. It's like 9-bit graphics. TV Tycoon. I've got Morrowind I've never played before. Football Manager I want to do at some point as well. Shopkeep. Got all the Roller Coaster Tycoons I want to play through. Stellaris. All the Tropico games. Dungeon Keeper games as well. We're doing another XCOM 2. There's XCOM Chimera Squad as well. Too much stuff. Too much freaking stuff. Haku, what a lovely belly-to-belly. Sending George the Animal Steel flying across the ring. Oh, what a kick that was by Haku. On George the Animal Steel is now Jeff Cobb dropping Haku neck first across the middle rope. Springs off and drops him right across the neck. I've never played that before, to be honest. Never played Stardew Valley. I'm not even quite 100% sure what it is, to be honest. I was thinking of doing like a Big Brother with The Sims as well at some point. A sidewalk slam by George the Animal Steel. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know why he did that, but come on, Cobb. With George Steel up on the shoulders, looking for that Razor's Edge style powerbomb. Steel breaks free. Steel's busted open. George Steel now slamming the face of Cobb into the mat. 200 hours of farming. It is farming, isn't it, more or less? No eliminations so far in this YouTube Championship match. George now sending Haku round. Draped across the ropes and Haku fighting back, pushing George Animal Steel away. Then a running big boot again. Well, I've got the Sims 3, but I could buy the new one if we're going to do a proper video on it. Yeah, Sims 3 I've got. You know, I wasn't thinking like a proper Sims game. I was thinking like a Big Brother. We could do like episodes and you guys could vote people out or something like that. I don't know. You say that though, Alec, but like Farming Simulator is the most boring game in the entire world. Yet, it's so freaking addictive. I don't know why. I don't know why Farming Sim is so addictive. You're just driving tractors around, but it's just, oh, just can't stop. There's no elimination so far. I can't believe that. George Steel now wrenching back at the neck of Jeff Cobb. Cobb fighting back, taking Steel down. And Cobb's been busted open as well here. Pretty bad, actually. Haku's the only one who has been busted open. That's because Haku's a nutter. And Jeff Cobb just takes George the Animal Steel on a little tour around the islands. And eliminates George the Animal Steel. So at least Jeff Cobb, even if he does lose the championship tonight, he's not going to lose a huge amount of ranking points. He'll come out of this on top, or essentially the same, to be honest, won't he? Yeah, those sort of games are, aren't they? Jeff Cobb sending the face of Haku off the blah, blah, blah. Yep, that's the word I put out there. Whatever that word is. Ugh. I'm just checking. No. I just realised my work phone's on silent. I just checking I had no phone calls. Cobb now slamming the face of Haku into the apron. And Cobb is stalking. Boom. A second tour of the islands. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Cobb now sending Haku off the ropes, grabs a hold, spins him round, takes him down, all the other good stuff. Haku now big strikes in the gut. And Haku is in control of this one now, but can he become the second ever male YouTube champion? Haku might just get this, you know. The fact that he was able to kick out of the tour of the island makes him look a lot stronger now. Cobb now with a stamp on the back of the head, Haku. Big uppercuts there by Jeff Cobb. And Cobb is doing well, throwing Haku around the place. Big uppercuts. Big boot in the gut there by Cobb. Now gut wrenched up. Another gut wrench. Oh, mate, don't tempt me, I would. I want to play Pixelmon. I don't know if you've ever seen Pixelmon. It's the Minecraft mod where you can go and catch Pokemon. Cobb's done it. Nobody Cobbs it better. Nobody Cobbs it. Just like Cobb. Yeah, I really want to play Pixelmon at some point. I want to do You Gotta Catch 'Em All series on Pixelmon. That's going to take a long time. The problem is every one of these things I do is going to take a massive amount of time. Like if I do a I want to catch 'em all thing on Pixelmon, that's going to be again well over 100 episodes to find all the different Pokemon and the legendaries and the mythicals and that sort of stuff. Cobb is God. Talking to God, I'm going to bed. I'm absolutely shattered and I've got work in about 10 hours. So I'm going to go and sleep as much as I possibly can. Have nightmares about broken legs. Yeah, too many ideas. That's the problem. Hopefully I'll get Cyberpunk and FIFA completed soon. Thank you very much for joining. I shall see you all again soon. I do actually have an episode I'm going to put up in a minute. So I've got another episode of Ratings War to put up. So that'll go up in the next 20 minutes or so. So you can check that one out if you're bored. But yeah. Thank you very much. What are we going for? We've gone for 3 hours and 20 minutes, 105 views, 15 minutes average watch time. So thank you very much. Oh, There you go. Cobb needs more than stitches. So good night, God bless. Auf Wiedersehen, all the good stuff, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.